Hello everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube in all its infinite wisdom has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Hello everyone, welcome back to another week of Die Party Solar Ascendancy, Stars Without Number revised role-playing game that we do here on Twitch. Everyone's back. We have a new player this week as well. We killed Zippy. We threw him away. He's just not, he's not working. You know, he doesn't have a good synergy with everyone. So instead...
Fuck Zippy.
Yeah,
fuck Zippy.
Yeah, fuck Zippy. So instead we brought a... I don't know. What would you consider yourself there, Stoner Goblin?
My name is Grubby. My name is Grubby the Goblin. You can actually follow me on Twitter at Goblin Grubby. I kind of live with Zippy, and he was like, you know what? I got a goblin on Stars Without Numbers, and if you want to, jump on in, you totally can. So here I am. My name is Grubby. I got to meet the wonderful Eric Vulgaris last weekend over at Gen Con, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, there's something odd about your personality, though. It's almost like you got something up your butt the entire time, though. Are you able to chill out a little bit when we play together, maybe?
Oh, of course. Hold on. Do you want to see my puppet?
How deep are we going into this? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see a puppet.
All right, here's my puppet. Come on, Doof. Come on. Help me. Help. I've been kidnapped by this goblin. No, he isn't. He just does everything I say.
Anywho, it's been a while since we played. Everyone was at Gen Con. You left me alone for forever. And Kika. Kika, you didn't go, right? Please tell me you didn't go.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Neither did I.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have an excuse being like, not in the right country for starters, so there's that. But, yeah, shit. Alvin, Derek, talk to us, man. What's going on? How was your 2 weeks? How was your vacay from space?
2 weeks feels like I haven't seen you like a month. And,
yeah.
Because I didn't play you like 2 weeks earlier because I had a storm.
That's right. And the last week we had the backup game, the bug. Oh,
you did? I thought you played Solar Ascendancy.
No, we didn't play.
We played
Ball Magic.
Full of magic.
So yeah, I didn't go to Gen Con, but I won the Any silver medal website, which was cool.
Nice.
And I'm back to writing Dungeons and Dragons Adventures again. I just released one for Eberron, the other campaign setting.
I got a question, Mr. Tower. Do
Yes.
you write adventures including like goblin protagonists?
I don't think anyone likes goblins, though. So like,
it's like a staple, Mr. Goblin. You're always the bad guy.
yeah.
Oh, right. I'm
and not even important. You're like the bad guys in level 1, level 2. After that,
Actually, yeah, they did make a manga about goblins called Goblin Slayer. You should check it out.
That sounds wonderful.
I wouldn't say wonderful, but you should check it out. It's probably right up your alley.
But I've looked at a few maps by Mr. Tower, and I want to say I absolutely love your artwork.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goblin.
No problem.
And yeah, so I released that adventure, like I think it was on Friday, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the top 10 spot, or top 7 spot right now, I believe.
How many people actually like throw new stuff in there all the time? Like out of curiosity,
Creator.
like how much competition do you have?
Serious competition, I believe that's like a small
None.
team. Like,
Stand alone.
no, I wasn't gonna say that, but I believe there's like 40 to 50 guys creating good stuff. But the DMs Guild doesn't have a way to screen stuff, so like there's a lot of stuff like nobody's put there with no quality. And I think it's just taking space there. So sometimes you upload something and I don't know if you've seen the website, but there's like lines of products, and there's one that says newest DMs Guild titles, which is like that's your spotlight when you release something. But as soon as other people keep releasing stuff, you keep moving to the right until you disappear.
Sounds like they've got discoverability problems. They should hire someone to fix that shit.
They should probably do that. But then again, if you started screening, a lot of people would probably feel discouraged to post stuff. But there's a lot of stuff there that shouldn't be posted. So sometimes you post something cool, and the next day you're out of the newest title slide because they just filled it up with things. And you see what they posted, and it's like, fuck.
Well, I mean, that solves a lot. I mean, there's a lot of problems with something like that, but at the same time, think of the problems that Twitch has right now with smaller people trying to make their name, right? So imagine if you, Derek, were like starting out in the whole process, right? Being put into the front page in the newest slot would actually give you an advantage to have people see your work. But if you weren't there, if people did, like, if you didn't have that and you had to like manually climb up the ladder by, I don't know, networking or something a lot more difficult other than just making good content, you know, there is a positive and a negative to having it. And you're probably seeing the other end of it, whereas the new guys are probably benefiting a lot more from that sort of stuff. So
I don't know, because I don't see their stuff selling because it's kept quality. The problem is that most of that stuff I'm talking about, it either is free or they set it as pay what you want, taking space. So
do they
possible solution is have someone screening what they post. Another solution would be to separate. I don't know, maybe do like register some people as like amateurs and others like semi-pros and have them in different categories or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the possible solution. I think what you should be doing is having it like a news section, and then have that news section then rated by like people rate the news section. Like you can have like a community guidelines, because if you have one person flagging everything, you're going to run into problems with that shit, right? So ideally you want to do what Reddit does, which is, you know, they have like a pool of new, and it doesn't get advertised, but the people that you know, look over that stuff, I don't know, is there any sort of like community integration with that shit? You know what, we should stop talking about this and probably introduce everyone.
Yeah.
So Zippy, how you been, man? What's going on? I see you found like a growth at Gen Con. Did you not use like hand sanitizer or something when you were there? Like what's
We
going
already
on?
introduced him. He was first.
Hey, my name's Grubby. No, but yeah, Zippy had a fun time. He actually got to meet Mr. Mark Pondsmith, and he was talking about your Cyberpunk 2020 game, right? And he was able to procure one of these wonderful mystical books for The Witcher.
Oh yeah, I need to look that over. I need to see if it's any like what the differences are. But I heard it's very similar in terms of like the magic and projectile system to how it works in Cyberpunk. So
yeah,
maybe it wouldn't be too difficult to. Do they have armor layering and stuff like that in the game?
It's kind of like that, but not really. So it's on a D10 system. I don't know if Cyberpunk is on a D10 system.
Yeah, it is. Cyberpunk's on a D10 system. So in Cyberpunk, you can layer 3 different types of armor simultaneously to your person, and then you have to do a mathematical equation from like what's the lowest amount of armor, like if you're wearing like a shirt and then wearing like a, I don't know, like a plate mail on top of it, what's the difference in between those 2 pieces of armor, and then you add the difference on top of the total armor so that you can get like this weird sort of...
For real?
It is for real, yes. And then you can have subdermal armor on top of it. So you've got heavy plate, soft, and then you've got subdermal on top of it. And when you shoot someone with a bullet, it goes through the first layer, then the second layer, then it passes the skin, which has its own armor value depending on how much body type you have. And then it goes into the subdermal armor, and if it passes subdermal armor, then you do damage to a person, and then you work out how much damage was done to a particular limb that was attacked on.
It's not that intuitive because once again this is all like crossbows and metal plates and
I don't know. I think
stuff.
medieval shit was like the time where they stacked the most armor, though.
Well, yeah. So you know what? The best thing for us to do is actually maybe sit down as a group, and if we all want to play the first intro adventure that they have at the back of the book, Mr. Cody Pondsmith was nice enough to include a first try adventure. We could totally try it. But yeah, my name is Grubby. I'm stepping in for Zippy for today. Let's see. There's one person I really want to hear from, and I heard from Zippy that they are like one of the most talented people they've ever met. So can I hear from Kika?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, who the fuck is Kika?
No one gives a shit about Kika.
I want to talk to I want to talk to Dr. Strange though. Dr. Strange, hello. How are you doing? How is the several languages and PhDs you're currently doing?
Oh my god. I'm doing okay. I'm gearing up for final this week and studying for MCATs. But after this week, I have a good month and a half free, so I can play a lot more tabletop playing games, which is great because I'm picking up another show, which isn't starting yet, but soon. So I'll be on a total of 5 shows.
Yeah, I was kind of a little outstanded that you of all people have the most free time for role playing games. It's kind of like a weird oxymoron. Like I don't know what's going on.
I Tetris the games into my time, and if I'm not playing, I'm either working or sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tetrising your time is the perfect way of explaining how scheduling in a busy life like ours.
All I can think of is Kika waking up in the morning and all of a sudden the Tetris theme music starts playing, especially when she looks at a canicle.
It does. It's true.
I was thinking more like Dr. Mario would be a more appropriate analogy there, but we can roll with that too.
Yeah, I basically just wake up, make coffee, and then get to work. And then I am doing something from like 8 a.m. until 12 p.m.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit to do. I do a lot of stuff as well, but these days, like, a lot of my time is more focused on like family shit now, which is, to be honest, I've never really had that problem up until I got married. So it's like, you don't really know that shit until that happens. So I kind of envy that you have so much allotted X Factor time, I want to say, where like you can guarantee at a certain point you'll be able to play these games, because I can't guarantee shit these days. I wish I could though. Yeah.
I'm pretty happy because in every single game I'm playing like a really different character, and I feel like I'm able to express myself in a lot of different ways.
Nice.
Like on Mondays I'm playing an evil cleric, and on Thursdays I'm playing like a silly elf rogue, and on Fridays I'm playing a bard who has way too much backstory and secrets because Grant and I decided to work on the character's backstory, and then it got way out of hand.
So I have a question for you about your secret keeping, because I've always found that it's incredibly frustrating to keep secrets from other players, and especially when there's only like maybe like if there's 5 players, for example, and 2 of them have secrets with the GM. At a certain point, it's just basically like their story and the other people are just along for the ride. Like, at least that's how it felt to me when I was on the non-secret side of things for a game, so
my character's stuff involves some of the other characters and will be revealed like very soon. Like, it's very much planned and strategized, plus it's like a really long game that extends over a lot of months, so there's a lot of room for growth and involvement of all players.
When you say over a long period of time, you mean in-game time, or you mean actually like in physical meat space time?
In physical meat space time, we're planning on finishing up in like December.
Okay, how long has it been going for now?
Since June.
So was that like, that's like 20 weeks or something like that of a game?
Yeah.
No, less than that. It's like 20 weeks, because it's what, 52 weeks in a year. So yeah, about 20 weeks, 25-ish weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. How many people are in that game, out of curiosity?
Well, we have 4 regular cast members, and every block we have a new player or players. We have 2 new players for this block.
Heck yeah.
That's cool.
And it's really fun.
Yeah.
There are 2 older ladies who, one of them was an EMT, and she actually was playing like from an ambulance for a good bit of the game. It was a lot of fun.
Wait, it's like, quiet down! Stop squirming. I'm making dice rolls right now.
They were finishing up their shift and coming back from it.
Okay.
We feel a lot better.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, it was a 20. Then the patient moved. Like,
that's extremely cyberpunk. Think about it. That's extremely cyberpunk that you have to work while playing.
Was that syringe in the heart at the beginning of everything? No, roll the 19. Hate it.
So, sorry, I interrupted you as well when you said there was one more game that you're playing in.
Yeah. It hasn't started yet, but I am. My good friend Scarlet Moth is planning on running a Princes of the Apocalypse game, and I'm playing a paladin in that one.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. Is that a system?
Princes of the Apocalypse is
it's a 5th edition module.
Ah.
So this is the only time I get to play something other than Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
It's one of those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can never keep up with how many fucking new things they're bringing out all the time for D&D.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who just started working for Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, cool. Can I get a job there?
Yeah. What was that, sorry?
I said, oh, cool. Can you get me a job there?
Are you in Canada? Because that's where he's working. So
willing to move.
Willing to give up the doctorate and everything. You just fucking put me there. I'll go.
It would save my sanity.
What's he doing at Wizards?
I think he's mostly working on business management and business production, I think. So it's mostly like Hasbro / Wizards. So I think he's like sort of on that end of things. So yeah.
He makes sure stores have Candylands for sale.
Not so much more like that, but more like creating new types of business for Wizards and stuff. So yeah.
That's called converting old board games to digital games.
That
mobile.
Basically, like when I was working with him, we were.
That's what I hear when someone says that. That's what that means.
So the things we were doing when we were working together was like taking existing IPs for like stuff like Magic the Gathering and other stuff like that, and basically putting them through physical printing and seeing what we can do with them. You know, like for example, we were working with Wizards to make it was like the 20th edition of Magic the Gathering or something like that, and like they wanted to do like physical printing for like little statuettes about yay big.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And we were like, you know, processing all that stuff and doing all the payments and shit for all that sort of stuff. So,
Oh, dope.
yeah. So,
new sub.
yeah, thank you, Raggles. Welcome back. But speaking about welcome back, Eric Vulgaris, welcome back from Gen Con, my man. What's been going on?
Yeah. What up, everybody? Man, I am back, and I am absolutely ready to play some games. At Gen Con, I turned everybody onto the Quiet Year inadvertently. About like 10 people played that game now, and they all love it, which is really cool to see. I like when people find these weird little niche games that I really like, and they like too. I picked up the new fucking 40K Wrath and Glory because I want to play some fucking Only War and Imperial Guard bullshit.
Only War is
I really want.
very strange.
Yeah.
My time with Only War was probably the most conflict-heavy game I've ever played between players, I would say. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. The new system's very story gamey.
Okay.
So it's coming up. It's actually extremely up our alley. I think you might really like it, Henley. It's reminiscent of Mouse Guard. It's somewhere between Mouse Guard and Fantasy Flight Star Wars. It's somewhere between them.
Wait,
in terms of
are we talking about the same Only War where you literally roll up like 100 people? Okay.
Yeah, no. That's the new game. This is Wrath and Glory.
Okay, yeah. And it's set 40K, like fantasy or?
No, it's 40K.
Okay, that's
40K.
That's the sci-fi one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I ran the pre-rule like free RPG day supplement thing this morning. It was a little bit of a slog to get through, but only because we were cutting our teeth on it. A lot of it has
like
to do with
lore problems, or was it like
no? It was actually it was system problems, but it was more like reading the results on Roll20 problems.
Right. Yeah.
So here's the scenario. Someone's defense number is 4, and I'm rolling 10 dice to hit you.
Yep.
I succeed on 4, 5s, and 6s, but my 6s count as 2 successes. Yep. So now I have to read every single one, count them, and I can do things with bonus successes. So I can like spend them off to get like extra damage.
That sounds like 40K.
And so to do that shit, it's like, okay, well I have to hover over the thing and then do the manual counting.
Yeah, that does sound a lot like the Fantasy Flight
yeah.
style stuff, where you spend like advantages to do different things, and like
exactly.
Like, these advantages to do a crit, and you're just like, man. But you know, that sort of stuff comes with just playing the game, unfortunately. Like
exactly, yeah. Like I don't think it's like I'm not saying it's a defect of the system or anything like that. I'm just saying like, if I like, it needs a new character sheet is what it needs to be operational that way, because it's super like it's way easier to see in real life. But doing that shit is like really so that was slowing it down. But anyways, I'm really excited about that. I have some plans for that game that I'm not really like ready yet. I still ruminating. I still got to read the system some more, play some more with some other people. Really like get it under my belt before I want to like ship that off as a cool.
Have
like,
you done much of the Fantasy Flight Star Wars stuff? Okay.
No, I've only played a little bit of it.
That's frankly. A really like.
It's really interesting.
I really like that system. Like, what is it? Genesis? No.
Genesis. Genesis is the generic.
Yeah, like that system. I really, really like it. Like, I really, really like that system a lot because you can look at the results of something and just kind of like make up what happens, right? You know, like, and that's. It's more focused on storytelling, and I've never played a system other than that allows a player and a GM to sort of collaborate on a result like that before. And even a failure can be like super collaborative. Whereas, you know, oh, you missed. All right, next. Who's next? You know, like
Wrath and Glory is trying to capture that too. I don't think it does it as well as Fantasy Flight Star Wars, but like it's similar. That's what I was saying. Like it's cool.
Give me an idea of like the time, because in the Star Wars Fantasy Flight, like a single roll, especially for like lightsaber duels, is like apparently like 3 minutes of time.
Sure, because you're doing the fucking Errol Flynn back and forth.
Yeah, like and the problem that I had like when we were playing it was that people would be like, okay, you swing your lightsaber and you miss, but in reality, what it means is like you're doing like a duel of the fates sort of like thing. So what's the sort of generic space of time between rolls or turns?
Just a couple seconds.
Couple seconds.
They don't really.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty quick. Yeah. All right.
Like it's like any other, like it's like D&D in terms of speed between like your attack and miss, right? But there's complications, there's criticals, there's all that kind of stuff that you can throw in there. Yeah, I met Mike Pondsmith on a separate time with Zippy.
Yep. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's cool that like you guys representing the brand, which is great. I appreciate that very much, Lee.
I went up, straight up went to him and I was like, dude, big fan, and my good friend Henley, who's across the pond here, I was a really big fan. I really appreciate it if you could take a picture with me, if I could send it to him. It's super cool. Yeah, and then it's like you're kind of it's like your games are kind of the reasons why he got into role playing and tabletop, and now kind of like is partnered on Twitch and stuff, and he's just started a brand new cyberpunk show. His name's Henley. And he's like the jeans, and I was like, yeah, like the jeans.
Who's that?
Or the jeans, the clothes or whatever. The designer of Cyberpunk 2020.
Yeah. Mike Pondsmith is also the father of Cody Pondsmith, who, with his mother Lisa Pondsmith, just released The Witcher.
Yeah. So role-playing games for days.
Role-playing games, yeah.
Dynasty.
Doing that shit. I played the Pathfinder, the new Pathfinder, man. New Pathfinder is pretty good. I need to like fully play it. Like I did like a 2-hour demo of it. I'm reading the rules now and like looking at character creation. I was like, oof, oh yeah, this is definitely Pathfinder. Like looking it over, being like, yep, these are all Pathfinder choices. It's very in depth. Here's some things, but I also like other stuff that they do with it. So I really want to take it for a spin. I'm probably going to run some of that soon. And that's taking up a lot of time. So I've just been spending right now a lot of time recuperating from Gen Con and just reading a bunch of fucking systems right now. It's been kind of weird. Because all these games are super long. I'm so used to reading a book of like 30 pages and running a game. These games are like hundreds and hundreds of pages. I can't do it. Like I'm like, oh my god, there's so much. Just give me pre-gens. Let me go. I don't want to do all this stuff.
I'm the opposite of you. I really like the thick books. You know, I like going through a book and being like, oh shit. The problem that I find with a lot of books like that, though, is that they're not laid out in an organic way. Like if I start reading a book and I start learning about combat, I shouldn't have to jump like 7 pages down the track just to find out a table for an armor related question that is being asked in my brain, like, you know, halfway through the book up ahead. Like, so for me, like, that's the biggest problem I have with these sorts of games. And they're almost impossible to play with a physical book, in my opinion. Like, you would lose so much time going through.
You have to have a search. You need a search feature.
Yeah, you need a search feature or a bookmark feature or something like that. And
and I think that's why I like the Pondsmiths, because all the combat stuff in the Witcher book is all in one section.
Well, I hope it's better, because in Cyberpunk it's like, check out the grenade table like 100 pages later on in the group if you want to find out more about this stuff. And it's just like,
oh no! Like when you get into combat, it kind of like breaks it really like down into melee, and then like when you get into the magic section, that's when you get like all the magic rules.
Okay. All right. So, speaking about magic rules, Eric.
Dude.
You ready?
I got to say, I like bigger games too.
Yeah.
All right. I want to say that. I don't mind a thick game.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've only ever seen you play the skinny games. Thick. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking like BattleTech. Like,
it's right on it.
I'm fucking down to clown.
Did you? Oh, one question for Eric, and then we could begin. Did you play the miniature version of BattleTech that they had over at Gen Con?
No, I did not. But I heard other people were playing it. And it was dope. Someone had a little fucking 18-inch. Some people had 18-inch statues for that shit to play with.
Yeah, they had. They're like the size of me, and I'm kind of small. But yeah, size of me, giant mechs going around like hexagonal maps and whatnot.
Yep. Blowing themselves up. Yeah, they also had they brought out the little egg pods to do the little battles in, the little battle pods.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I would run that. I would play that. That sounds so dope. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There used to be arcades back in the day. Like literally back in the late 80s. There used to be arcades for BattleTech, and they have like the little like BattleTech pod. It's very like diegetic. It's supposed to like feel like you're in a pod of a mech, and they have all that shit up.
Fuck out of those. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right now they have it for Star Wars for TIE fighters. Like you get in there and you're like, you know, in the hull of a TIE fighter and whatnot.
Oh, that would be amazing. TIE fighters. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be into that shit, man. So anyway, anyways, let's get ready to play a game, right?
Please.
So,
And I had
We're playing
a
Stars.
mental-
Yeah.
I had a mental
Oh,
image
right.
of like someone putting like a VHS tape into like an old like TV set up in a school, and like Captain America just sits down and is like, "So, you want to play some tabletop games?" And it's just like a VHS with like Captain America explaining the core rules of a game.
Oh, that would be so amazing.
Turns the chair over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever play? What was that fucking? Okay, this might be a little too far-reaching for a lot of people in the audience, but there was a game, which was like a board game, and you also had a VHS accompanying tape with it.
I've heard of those.
And you put the tape in, and you start playing, and the VHS tape will like interrupt your game with shit, and it was like, you know,
Oh,
super,
yeah.
super beta like fucking guy in a costume in front of like a really shitty green screen. Fuck, what was it called? God, it's gonna hang on.
He's not like a dungeon master, but he was like some kind of weird thing. I just don't remember what it's called.
Hang on, I'm googling it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine
is
if
it
they
called-
did something like that for like.
It's called like
two.
Dread Dungeons or something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know.
that. I'm finding one here called Night. I think it might be Nightmare. I think it actually might be Nightmare. Yes, it was Nightmare. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
God, what the fuck, man? That game, that game was so weird. I need to play that now. Actually, I'm gonna look that up. How to play that? They probably have something like that on Tabletop Simulator. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But if you're using a VHS, isn't it always like the same?
Yes, it is, but like I think it's like a race against the clock or something like that. I don't remember how it actually works.
Oh, it's like that one party game that is like trivia for Disney, and you pop in the DVD, and then you like move and like go to scene 4, frame 2, and then it's like, who was Sebastian the Crab in The Little Mermaid?
I don't
I
remember.
fucking know. Who the fuck is Sebastian the Crab?
The crib.
The Crib.
Dude, I don't know.
What's a crib?
So, I don't know.
It's
Guys,
your
let's play some
home.
stars. Let's play stars with that number.
Please,
That's where we
let's
came
get
here.
into it.
Play stars.
Ah, geez. All right. I got it
All right.
to get into my Benedictus voice. All right. All right.
So it's been a while since we played. So how about everyone remind us who our characters are, and then also I'm trying to buy you guys enough time to make sure you have goals down. that you probably
Oh fuck
forgot.
yeah, we do goals in this game. How could I forget? Where's
Fucking
my
stars.
character sheet. There it is. All right. So yeah, I'm playing Logan Daxon, the only human in the entire galaxy that's made it up from the dumb territory to the smart territory, because there are rings, and these rings are, dependent on how intelligent you are. So if you go down a ring, you lose intelligence. You go up a ring, I don't know, you don't go up in intelligence, but your capacity for learning gets higher. So anyway, he did the Farscape thing of, being an astronaut and going through a black hole or whatever. And yeah, he's now in...
Wormhole.
Oh, wormhole. Yeah, that works too. And now
Works
he's...
better than a black hole.
Space holes, and now he just bums around as a space policeman and gets shit done.
His philosophy is one space hole is as good as another.
Any space hole's a
God
go.
damn it, Kika. God damn it. If there's inspiration in this game, you would have it.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Jeez.
God
Oh,
shit.
This all are the same.
That's so good. Whenever I curse, okay, so Suzanne and I, if we curse a lot, it scares our dog. And my dog is terrified right now.
What?
Sorry.
Why? That's so strange. Anyway, my
Oh, he said
short-term-
fuck.
my
Everybody
short-term
watch
goal-
out.
My short-term goal is to get paid. And my middling goal is to explore space for humanity. And my lofty goal is to smuggle tech back to dumb Earth. Which I'm 7 out of 24 for doing. So there's that. I'm
Oh,
also-
yeah, you gotta make skill checks doing that shit.
Yeah. Or I gotta have a narrative reason for doing the skill check too. But I
Yeah,
think I'm
of
also
course.
like level 3 as well. Yeah. So I'm pretty high up there.
Yeah.
So that's me.
I'm Benedictus Dole. I am a psychic. I am a Ziomedian, colloquially known throughout the universe as a goblin. Let's see. I am the engineer, one of the chief engineers on the Sword of Atagaris, or who I like to call Eddie. Let's see. My long-term goal is to find out what happened to the Forge, the homeworld of the goblins. And let's see. My lofty goal is to return Dee Dee back to her full artificial intelligence kind of sentience and whatnot.
Yeah, body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you. You're a masterpiece yourself there, Mr. Pastrami Master.
Dave left his dog on fire.
That dog is on fire.
I would watch your puppet do cover songs. Karaoke.
Oh. Well, you see, I actually do have a cover band with other goblins. Do you know the great Newfoundland band, Great Big Sea?
No, I don't like rap.
I know about Necrogoblicon though.
Oh well, they're not rap. They're kind of folk music. But I have a cover band with other goblins called the Great Goblin Sea, and we do Great Big Sea covers.
Deep sea. Okay.
Eric, you know about Necrogoblicon, right?
No, I don't.
Necrogoblicon.
Look it up right now.
Yeah, link that shit.
Believe it or not, I'm actually a human and I don't know everything. I try.
Maybe next time you should try, go and goblin.
Okay. I dig. Okay. I see Welcome to Bonkers. That is a great art.
All right. Let's see.
Anyway, I'm Kika. What's up? I play the Xynis colony, which is a insectoid creature, which is a colony that is, it's a single entity that is made up of a colony of fused smaller insects. And she does machines and medicine and programming, and she's very smart and strong.
I'm sorry, but that was like the best thing that I ever seen today. The Necrogoblicon.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but I gotta go fix my hair. Hold on.
Anyway, my goals include discovering new medical technology to find a way to isolate the anomaly that is in my character's genome, and also, I guess, for a short-term goal, it was to find the warden, but I also am considering having my character invent Durian Hot Pockets.
That's right. We also ate the last Pop-Tart.
That's right. I did.
Oh, yeah. You did.
There are no Pop-Tarts in existence.
Nope.
More. That's it. There is no more. Then there never will be. More. Drama.
So who's left in the introduction? Sorry, I just went and got some water.
Derek.
It's only me, yeah. Eric, I am playing Sword of Atagaris, which is our ship. It's the whole ship, and it also has a number of surrogate bodies it can use. It's kind of like it's riding on other bodies. The bodies come from conquered species. They're pretty much slaves with cooked brains, but they're as much my bodies as the ship is. Sword of Atagaris' origin dates back to before the Scream, which was an event that wrecked the galaxy. Back then, Sword of Atagaris was part of a sentient network of many AI intelligence of superior level. Right now, I'm like Google Maps without internet since I was disconnected from the sword sentient I guess that's like my long-term goal is to find a way to restore the sword sentient network. I don't have short-term goals because I try to keep them to whatever mission we're doing, but I don't even remember where. So I would write the short-term goals when we know the mission.
Right. So this was the mission. We're supposed to recover a warden who went missing. They were meeting here. I'm bringing up my notes. Remember, so I know because it's been a little while since we played, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are on the planet of Seun, and you're looking for a warden from another planet, the prison planet of Panadualo. All right. You're there, and you're trying to track them down. You decided to not work with law enforcement, and then for some reason or another, you start looking into the finances, and then you started to like look into the cops' finances. And
if I remember correctly, it was more like we saw something fishy about his income, and then we tried to pay him more or something like that. No, we tried to hire him or something, and we tried to blackmail him by paying him money. And then when something fucked up and we did something weird, and I think we had a programming role that I believe Alex fucked up.
Real quick, just so everyone, blackmail by paying someone money is called a bribe. You bribed somebody.
No, it wasn't a bribe. It was more like we were trying to put money into his account and then use that account logging as blackmail, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, you're right. You didn't try to bribe him. Yeah, you're trying to trump up good cause or whatever.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You bet your cookies that I failed that programming role, and I'll fail it again.
And then the police were basically called in, and then we had to go on the attack mode to like cover our tracks with the police. And I don't remember the actual like. I believe we didn't pass the charm check for that guy. I can't remember, honestly.
No, I remember you passing some kind of check, and like you left the office in a huff, and we eventually got some kind of benefit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So the last time we played, you guys were able to strike a deal with the director, Lawan Gandui, and you guys were able to, like, literally, you guys pulled these roles out of your ass after completely just like getting horrible roles.
I believe it was good cop, bad cop, with Kika being good cop and me being bad cop.
Incidentally, yeah.
And then I walked down and had a donut and felt pretty good about myself.
You stole his burrito.
Or something like that. There was some sort of weird
that was it.
Stole his burrito.
Oh yeah!
It was the power move. It was the burrito power move. And then it turned out that you were out the whole time.
So something I remember sort of Atagaris did is used programming to open all the locks and get all the guards away from their stations while you just infiltrated the stations. You just kept on walking and opening doors, and all the guards just kept moving away because I was doing, like emergency calls to other areas, so they were just moving.
Something like that, yeah.
It was awesome. It was an awesome fucking joint effort for you guys to salvage the situation. So now you guys are on a deadline to solve this problem and get paid before your boss gets wind of this whole scenario. Because there is a probe going faster than light that slowly needs to go from the Huzabet system to Uno system and back with your message. Just going to take a few days.
Yeah.
So you have some time. Good luck.
Okay, so I need to move fast. So I vote we commandeer hover bikes.
It sounds like a wonderful idea. I know how to hotwire said hover bikes. Let's go find some. And
you're in the middle of you're standing in a police station right now.
Wasn't the whole agreement that we ended up using the police force manpower to like do something? I remember.
I have no idea.
No. Well, right now you kindly have them not necessarily willing to help you, but so much as tentatively not trying to arrest you.
Okay. All right, cool.
And that if you can clear this shit up within
square
3 days.
one. Okay.
Right.
So what do we know? We know that he likes the Huff and Puff. We know that he's working with some weird aliens for doing some sort of like, from what I remember, it was like
the berries. The berries.
Yeah, something like that. And Friedhelm was his name, right? The warden that we're after.
Yeah, Warhelm.
And he was like a warden or a guard or something in the prison, and we wanted to sort of pretend that we like there was some weird things in there. Like we wanted to pretend that we were another former employee of the prison to see if we would get contacted by someone. Oh God, I can't remember. Honestly, this is the problem with taking a break. We can't fucking remember shit.
Yeah. Right. So here's some things you remember. Yeah. Right. So you know that the warden Warhelm was seen at a bar. He liked the hookah bar, right? And you know that he was beginning to you found that his paths and stuff were crossing with a group of underground criminals known as the Berries. They're a family of sentient plants, the last of their kind. And apparently they run they're part of the underground syndicate here. You also know from the not the warden, excuse me, the director, right? The police chief, Laugudi, that you know that there is these charities popping up that are being used to funnel money. And the most recent one that you guys remember was the Yixmoon Myth, which is the charity with the warden's money in it. I'll write it in chat again. It's the Yikthina's word. Or, excuse me, it's a Shavazian.
Oh, no. More of my people.
It's a Shavazian word. I never said it's Shavazian people. It would be like someone calling your charity Namaste. Namaste. And you're not...
Oh, so I should be offended by it.
Yeah, you should be offended. It's very appropriative.
I was gonna make one of those jokes right now, but I don't. I think it's too far removed to make that joke anymore. So,
yeah, right. It's very So, those are the things that you remember. There was another thing. You know that you guys struck out looking for the berries and looking for the warden in this part of the hive city. You have to go to another hive in the city, or in another networked hive city in here. But that's where my notes ended, and I don't remember the name of the hive that you wanted to go to.
Well, we are going to need to.
Well, I'm gonna give it a new name then, because you guys were in the Treaty of Patriotism, and so now I think you guys are gonna go to the Treaty of Restoration. They're all named after treaties because they all were fought over long ago. Yeah. So how you guys getting there? You can't take your ship.
Hover bikes.
Base test.
All right. Let's go find some hover bikes.
Super good. Yeah.
I'm going to hotwire some hover bikes.
I'm super glad you guys want to do hover bikes because this is literally... Well, maybe. Let's see how these rolls go because this is literally completely independent of you guys are suggesting hover bikes right now.
I'm going to ride bitch with Yukthenis.
The Treaty of Restoration is literally known for hover bike racing. So that's literally independent of what you guys said. Like that's literally in my notes right now. So that's amazing.
Wonderful.
Hover bikes makes a lot of sense.
All right.
But again, how you get these hover bikes and the roles it takes to get these hover bikes means that you get hover bikes in very different circumstances.
All right, let's do this.
How you get these hover bikes?
All right.
It's like,
so
Are these confiscated cop hover bikes? Are these I'm in deep with the berries now hover bikes and have to race to pay them off? Or like what, you know what I mean? Like these are scenarios that we now will have to deal with based on how you're getting these bikes.
Can I program a replicator to print us hover bikes?
No, there's no replicators here.
So what I'm thinking is, right, we go into the impound lot. They obviously got some hover bikes there. And then we lift them.
I feel like doing more illegal things would get us into more trouble.
Well, how are we? No. Okay. This is what we do. Okay, so you know how police stations usually have like auctions, like impound lot auctions.
Yes.
We go to one of those, and then we buy a pair of hover bikes.
Just two?
Yeah, all right, bitch, with Addy. I mean, look at these arms. I can't reach any like handlebars with these arms.
I don't know if hover bikes have baskets that you can sit in.
Yeah, well, that's why I'll just kind of glue myself to Addy.
We'll get ones with sidecars.
Oh my goodness, I would love a sidecar.
I don't think hover bikes can have sidecars. I'm really sorry. I feel like that would not work.
We'll just tie a rope to you, and you can fly, and we'll just pull you along behind.
You know what I thought of? You know what I thought
I'm telekinetic. Why do I always think that I can't just go? Woo?
Yeah, you make your own hover bike out of a piece of trash. Out of a trash can.
You know when you said sidecar for a hover bike, the thing that I thought of was like, you know those boats that are just like two long poles, and like the main
hydrofoil.
Yeah. It's just a pole that drags along the ground. You just sit on it. Oh shit. Okay. That's my good joke for the night. I'm done. I'm checked out.
All right. So if we want to do it the legal way, we could probably buy a pair of impounded hover bikes on the cheap. Or we could do it a much more fun way, where we break into the impound lot
gambling
and we hotwire.
Where does gambling sit in this skill list, do you think? Is that like a sneak?
Depends on the type of gambling.
Sneak charisma, like.
Depends on what we're doing, right? Like sneak charisma could also be lying.
I'm talking specifically more about the knowledge of like if I wanted to see how much Logan would know about, illegal street races or racing, because you said this planet is all about that shit. So,
what do you want? Well, the city that you're going to is what aspect do you want to know? Like, do you want to know about like, is there someone I know I can talk to that can get me into these things?
I'm talking more like, let's say if we wanted to go to that place, if we could, masquerade as some sort of like crew of hoverbike racers, right? And maybe even because we've got incredibly dexterous people in this group, right?
Right.
So
we're gonna disguise ourselves.
Yeah, essentially, we've got an engineer, we've got a gunslinger.
But this hive city is also like full of rando Calrissians too.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm saying is like we can pretend to be a crew of these particular types, because I would like to imagine that the berries are into racing as well. So potentially even like if we were to say social engineer our way into being known as like some shit hot foreign speed bike races, and then get into some circles there, because I feel like that'd be the easiest way. It would kill two birds with one stone by doing something like that.
So there's probably like a couple things that need to happen in order for you guys to like have that. First off, but before we get into that, how are you getting your bikes to go to the city?
Okay, all right. So there's another idea that I kind of like I formulated in my head. All right, what if we found broken down bikes
and fix them? Yeah,
and fix them up.
Well, you're in a hive city of millions and millions of people. No one's leaving a functioning / broken bike around.
So the alternative is
someone's gonna take it before you get there, unless we want to zoom in on that, and you guys like fight off some street rats trying to steal a bike, and you're like, get off, it's fine.
The other alternative is
I'll play that game.
I will fight a fucker.
Yeah, the alternative is here as well.
I got a knife. Sorry,
the alternative here that we could potentially do is we could find someone within this city who is, say, a known mechanic or something like that, and potentially take some of his hover bike technology from him. Because I imagine this is almost like Formula One, right? Where people like create specific engines to go into this sort of shit, right?
Of course they jock up their own fucking hover bikes with like weird like Nas death racy type shit. Oh,
yeah,
totally.
Like this is almost like red line races.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I fucking love Redline.
So what I was thinking is we could potentially find a garage or something like that here, and maybe even like I don't know, take some identification from them, take something from them, take their vehicles from them, under the guise of the Solars, or maybe even just take them for as we are now without bringing in the Solar name, and essentially just come in as their crew or something like that. Like we could find someone who's looking for extras,
Oh, like we go find the Ricky Bobby of this of this city, and we're like, "We're your new pit crew," and then he's like, "Well, I don't know. I've never seen someone like you before." And it's like, "Well, here's a job application right here."
Well, not even that. We just find someone who's like potentially even like willing to work with a Solar and go along with the con, essentially, for us to find who we're looking for.
Oh, like a CI. Yeah, we can get a CI.
I just need to know if I'm making us matching jackets or not.
You are definitely making us matching jackets.
I think that's appropriate.
Make sure mine says the Gob Squad.
So what do we So what do you want to go? What do you guys want to do? Because I really like the idea of going down the social route, but
yeah.
I'm okay trying to hotwire a few hover bikes.
I am okay going down the social route, and if that does not work out, I can break someone's legs.
And I can steal their bike.
And if at the end of this we end up getting some bikes to put into our non-existent storage, that's all well and good for me.
We fixed the storage, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Eric, did we fix the storage?
Yeah, we totally did.
Yeah, no, you did.
Okay.
You fixed. No. You fixed. Remember, you fixed the storage at the cost of not fixing the engine.
Oh, that's right. Because you were like, should we fix the engine or should we fix the giant gaping hole in our spaceship?
Back of your cargo. Yeah.
Eric, I think we'll go with the giant gaping hole, please.
Giant gaping hole for 3,000.
Any space hole, right?
Any space hole. I'm gonna write that down. That's the name of the episode.
In a storm. All right. Yeah. So
looks good as another.
There you go. That's the name.
Jeez.
Okay. So just so everyone who's listening knows what's going on, then, because we've been going around a little bit. Okay, you all are going to try to find some people who race bikes illegally in this part of the city, the Treaty of Patriotism. Ally yourselves with them to see if they need help, and come on as hired help in the other city.
Well, there's two options. We could do the one where people look like, oh man, if only I had an entire competent team of engineers, racers, and conmen to come and fix my. There's that, or we could go down the route of being like, excuse me, hi, we're an official solar business right now. We would like to use your squad as cover to help us infiltrate the racing league because of reasons. You would be well,
I'm super cool with that. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Which way? As a group, which way would you like this to play out? And then which way of this playing out would be the worst way of playing out? Just so I have an idea of what this will look like.
So who's the hot shit pilot of this group? That would be it'd have to be Sword, right? You have the biggest pilot. So What current body are you in? Are you in the alligator right now, or are you in something else?
No, it's a bird-like.
Oh, you're the
thing.
avian right now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you're bird.
I guess the best result of this would be like
You're hawk and roll.
we have some sort of like bet on where we can find this guy with the the
Or
berries
girl
dude.
or non-binary pal.
Well, I mean the warden.
Yeah.
Where we can find the warden in exchange for beating the shit out of them on the racetrack, right? Like that's seems to be where this is heading in my eyes. So, and then we can do like sabotage on the other races, mafia style.
Look, all this started from was just how are you going from point A to point B, and then the fact that I brought up criminal, what do you call it? Hover bike racing. You guys are just like, well, we're doing that instead. So.
I did say I wanted to race hover bikes this episode.
So,
And you know what? We're going
All
to
right.
race all of the hover bikes. Let's do this.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
I'm updating my goals. First one is find the warden of Panidolo. Second one, win the hover bike race.
Yeah. That's mine going to be win Hoover bikes. All right, Hoover.
All right.
There we go.
We're
Let's do
winning.
this.
all right. I swear to God, this campaign's going to be like, so you got fired, but you guys are now the premier hover bike
I would be
racers.
fucking okay with that. I'm on board for throwing away the badge and becoming criminal underworld masterminds. That's cool with me. I'm okay.
Do you think-
I'm going to change my goals as well? I'm going to add another goal here for win the hoverbike race.
Give a middle finger to the law.
We are the law, Eric.
That is an advanced goal. Hey,
Screw the man. Eric
any
Vulgaris.
space hole is good.
Any space hole is good. Oh man.
It's enough. All right. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking that you guys are gonna have to do here.
Does
There's
it
a couple
involve
ways.
punching?
Maybe it depends on these roles. So you probably want someone who is literally the right person at the right time who needs kind of a crew to help them and want to get back into it, right? So that sounds like what success would look like. And now what let's talk about what probably failure looks like on this role of you guys trying to connect with this person and this group.
I think failure would mean find a gang of criminals.
No. You know what it is? It's the same guy, Eric. It's the same guy, but he's laden with a stupid amount of debt, and he owes people a stupid amount of favors.
Yeah,
Or the hover bike doesn't work.
you guys coming? Yeah, a bunch of shitty.
Guys, we're just making a fucking
see.
short. We're just making a movie here with like it stars Marky Mark in space, right? Like that's basically what's happening right here. He's just gonna.
All right.
He's the hot short pilot.
Let's start. Okay,
Han Solo
so
too.
you're looking for the down on his luck
And duo.
hover bike racers of this part of the city. How are you going to find this person? What are you guys doing to find this person?
I imagine
If we just want to find him, it'd be a really hella hard connect roll. Unless you want to do something.
Oh, okay. All right. So I want to go to the bar where a lot of hover bike races frequent.
What bar is that?
Meals on Wheels.
it's called Space Holes.
How do you know?
It's called Hot Wheels. All right. So there's this
hoverbikes don't have wheels. What the fuck, man? Come on. People don't even know what a wheel is.
That's the irony of it.
I think
All right.
it's called Crossfire.
I have an idea.
Crossfire.
Don't get caught up in it. It's the subtext.
If we were to find out,
Caught in the crossfire.
if we were to find out the registration log for racers, and if we see that someone just unsubscribed, it could be because they,
There's no registration log of that unless you want to hack it. Maybe there is. Maybe the berries do have one.
Can I hack? How hard is it to hack the thing?
Can I help hack? Can we be like can Nick Dennis and like Benny like be right next to each other like face to face, like, oh my god, this is gonna be so great. This is gonna be great.
Well, how
Double
about this?
keyboard hacking.
Hacking into this. Okay.
How about this?
You're
This
hacking
might be a better
into-
solution because you're hacking so far. Why don't we find a bookie
And then hack the bookie's brain.
and then like find the bookie's information about like particular people who have say fallen off and have the highest like percentage ratios, whatever it is, like the ones that are guaranteed to be like the 1 in a million winner.
Oh, like
And then
buy
break
some-
his
yeah.
legs.
buy someone's dead.
Oh, like the people who are like,
Shake 'em.
take the fall in the third round. You'll make $500 million.
The type of people that would be willing to go with a long shot, aka us, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
So we need to know who those people are. The desperate, the desperate people.
Yeah.
So for us, I think finding a bookie might be the person who has all that insider information.
Okay,
You're in a city of a million desperate people.
Okay, so I go to the local sports bar, Bundo Wild Wings.
No.
You hold on. So you guys are still in a police office. You're still in a police station. So you haven't moved. We just
I'm
been
still
talking
eating a
about-
donut.
Wait. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm in a
Hello,
police
officer.
office.
May
I turn
borrow
around
a
to this
hover
desk.
bike?
I turn around to the desk
Yes.
sergeant and I say, "Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the most happening sports bar in the city is? The one that I could possibly find the local races being aired
Yeah.
on television?"
Yeah, it's called on the corners of "fuck you, creep." He just walks off.
How can it be on a corner when that's just one street?
Yeah, it's one street. I don't understand what. Oh, he told me to go fuck myself. All right. Well,
They don't want to help.
shit. Okay. Wait. Is
Something
there?
to do with that. You're responsible for hacking their computer systems.
Oh, right. That was me, wasn't it? Okay. All right. Let me see. Wait. No. I got this. So I go outside the police office. And I look around. Do I see any kind of like up and coming kid on the street playing like a guitar or something?
I'm gonna be the
let's
next
see.
movie
It's-
star.
Hemi Gendrix.
I roll a d6. The closer it is to a 6, yes. On a closer to a 1, no. You're not gonna
Okay.
like little. You're not gonna
All
like
right.
lower. Hey,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah. There is. So let's see here. Yeah.
Can it be a keytar though?
Yeah. What are those?
Neon lights.
No, it's better. It's some sort of like retro neon bagpipe.
Oh,
better
It's
than
a
a guitar,
saxophone
sure.
that is.
Lights up. It's a guitar bagpipe hybrid.
with the theremin like built in as well.
Yeah. And what's really cool is that it's being played by an anthropomorphic like porcupine.
Oh shit.
And like it's
That's
weird. Like
fucking
the
badass.
bag, it's got it set up so like the bag doesn't get punctured,
But each of its
and they're crushing it.
but each of its needles is spray like has a different colored smoke coming out the tip of each one.
Oh, and he's
yeah.
moving his quills to like activate the theremin, so it goes. Wee,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the instrument. Yeah, no. I was thinking that the player was that, but no, that's even better. That the player is playing an instrument that is also a smaller version of itself. That's
Oh
like
my
weird,
goodness.
like a monotreme looking like bagpipe thing.
So
Yeah.
weird, I love it.
I like it. So I approach
Yeah,
this
it's
guy and I'm like, and I listen to his cool jams and I pull out my space UV protection shades and I kind of like go up and I say, "Hey, so I'm looking for the hoppinest best sports bar you got in the city." And I throw a couple, like credits into his virtual hat.
Yeah.
I think he has like
how
an
many
AI.
credits? How many credits do you throw in there?
I'm going to throw in
5 whole credits, Eric.
Well, actually, hold on. I'm going to throw in 20. I'm going to throw in 20 credits. I think
All right.
I think we can
Yeah.
spare 20.
Let me just
All right.
remind you
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
20 credits can buy in this game. Fucking nothing.
All I mean, 20 credits is a fine dinner. And
yeah, I don't expect this guy to be like, oh boy, 20 credits. Let me go out and buy my pulsar gun.
Yeah. You throw the money in, and it makes like the 8-bit like Mario coin sound.
Yeah, because it's all digital, so he like takes out his like little card and kind of like throws it.
The sonic ring sounds. Bring.
Oh my god, like one of those Quickie Mart things.
So you throw it in there, and what are you asking him?
So I'm asking him like, where can I find like the sports bar where all the bookies, it's kind of like that dive bar, sports bar that all the bookies kind of show up. They have every game playing on like 13 different TVs.
Hello, fellow children.
Hello, fellow children. I am not Constable Benedictus Dole.
Yeah.
Not here to arrest you or anything. I actually like your big pipe thing.
All right, you're gonna make a roll because she's like, I don't like to talk to cops. And she goes back to playing.
By law, I have to tell you if I'm a cop.
She ignores you. She's playing.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Let's see. Let me.
You gotta get her attention here.
I guess we'll do talk.
You just came out of police station, and you're still literally wearing your like sword outfit. Remember?
Oh shit! I do look like a cop.
I thought I made us disguises for this.
No, remember you all went into the cops place all wearing your Class A uniform. So like you literally look as cop-like as possible. In fact, you're not even local cop. You're a state trooper cop, right?
Oh.
You're FBI cop.
Okay, so I got this. I got
federal
this.
cop.
So what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to quote the law at her. Okay. So, like, to dissuade her that I'm actually local law enforcement, to show that I am a solar, that, I have jurisdiction, but I don't do that, like, low type stuff. So I'm going to talk at her with intelligence.
You're gonna law-splain this person?
Yeah, I'm going to law-splain.
I don't understand. What are you trying to talk to them about? Like, what are you?
Like she's like, I don't talk to cops, and then I'm like, actually, miss, I'm a solar, and we do we're cops, but like on a much bigger scale. We don't deal with local government.
Yeah, I will allow this, but this is going to be very, very, very difficult because that I don't imagine that would ever work in real life, and so this is going to be like an 11. Like,
shit!
Oh fuck!
I got like 3 off.
I would have given you a +1 to it because you were you gave her $20.
Oh, okay, so 10. So what does 10 get me?
You get a failure. That's what you get. No, she's like, I ain't telling you shit, cop. And goes back to playing.
Oh, all right.
What are you going to do?
It's a free universe. Cop.
What? Okay, all right. What?
She denies you and she shuts you down. But you think you could probably, you're kind of in like a desperate situation here. Like if you really like, you could try again, but like this is for everything. And if it doesn't work, she's like, either a scene's going to happen. It's just not going to work, right? Just as a player, so you know, right? But like, so that's what like a 10 is on that.
All right. I'm going to sing along.
Read here the Constitution.
But if you back away now, there's going to be no problems. But if you push your luck again, is what I'm
Can I jam with her?
Right, that's your problem. Yeah, you could try to jam with her.
I'm going to jam with her.
That might be a way. That might be a way to convince them on their side.
You're all right, cop. You're all right.
Yeah. All right. No. Well, all right. Let's. I mean, jamming is obviously perform.
Okay. Let me see.
Now, my question here. Go ahead,
why
Kika.
Jam when you can break dance.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, this is my question. When you say so, jamming implies a symbiotic relationship to the music, right? And so that's what you're going to do. You're trying to like help them get have a better performance.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So like, I'll start like snapping my little fingers, and I'll be like, every time I think of you, I feel shot right through with a bolt of blue. It's no problem of mine, but it's a problem I find living in living a life that I can't leave behind. There's no sense in telling me the wisdom of the fool won't set you free. But that's the way that it goes, and that's what nobody knows. Well, every day my confusion grows. And I look at her. Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say.
I can't listen to that song again. God damn it. Now we're just going to think of that fucking puppet. Give yourself +2 on this roll, my dude. This is obviously perform. Is this charisma? Are you actually like
charisma?
Is this like spoken word?
Yeah, it's like that Smash poetry.
Oh my! Now, so now she's playing this
Now
song.
it's -2.
Oh my god!
Street poetry.
If she doesn't turn around and go, bro, then I don't know what to say. You know, like
Oh shit, an 8. What does an 8 get me?
Nothing.
So I told you, you get +2 to the roll. Oh, you did. You added that already. That's factored in. Okay. So an 8's not enough.
Okay. I figured.
She calls the thought police.
She
calls the police and it's like, wait, hold on a second. I just want to know where a bar is.
No, but what you see is she gets aggravated by you by like doing that stuff, and she like it's one of those things where like you guys thought you thought you were having connection, and it was pretty
like,
good.
Like
right?
but then when I place my hand on.
Yeah, when it's over, she like looks at you and she goes like,
Bruh.
huh.
bro.
And like she like you see like she like lifts up like she like goes over to like some trash and you see like she had like a motorcycle helmet there with like some extra spikes on it, like puts it on and like puts like her instrument on her back and like whistles, and like her motorbike hover bike shows up and she grabs it and like rides off on like this line.
All right,
and you're like, oh shit,
dude, you've made it. It happens now. The hover bikes are actually robotic floating horses that
What?
have AI in them, and you can whistle for them like Hi Ho Silver and shit.
no, that's just what she does.
I know, but it's cooler if I think.
All right, fine.
All right, bye, hip kid.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll jam some more later sometime.
You don't hear it as you hear the Doppler effect of the motorbike whizzing off.
I kind
Does
of
it
like.
leave like a
debate.
light streak, like a
Yeah, it
Kira?
totally does. Yeah, absolutely. It's just a minor little light streak. What color is it though? I was thinking it's like the color of literally Henley's lights right now, like a fucking violet pink. Like
We're
as it
doing
drives off.
cyberpunk with this shit. All right.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so
what more- you're living a fucking underground multi-million person like crunch down micro hive city. Yeah,
The
it's
only
super-
originality they have is the color of their light trails. Come on.
Yeah,
You
it's
pick-
the only
so-
expression.
You get 36 choices when you buy a motorcycle, so you have to pick the right one.
yeah.
You know. That
So
expresses
you fail. Yeah. So you fail, but you have a lot of information that's like really unique about this person, and that if you wanted to look up later, you could probably like figure out who they were and that kind of stuff,
Sweet.
right?
And
So like
steal
you were
like-
left. So you got shut down here, but you also like you kind of have a lead, right? Or at least might be a lead of something, like at least who that person is, like in the terms of the motorbike and that kind of thing, right? So it's
Okay.
not you're not like fucking completely lost.
okay, so I go back to the group and I'm like, hey, good news, bad news.
They're like
Mediocre
we saw you.
news.
You fucked up.
Don't worry, we didn't expect much anyway.
Well, the bad news is, I didn't get any information. The good news is I was finally able to jam. Right. Okay.
So I'm going to
used
go back to the thing and take my clothes off and swap into something a little bit more comfortable. I'm glad you're able to jam.
Yeah. I used one of those songs from that New Order CD that you had lying around in
Could you
that little
stop
CD
touching
before.
my shit. Just
I'm sorry, but the Earth music is so awesome.
yeah, but you just got to respect people's space. I don't go over there and touch your stupid coffin. You know, I don't do that.
Well, it's literally my life.
Yeah,
it's like
and
life support.
You're doing it with my life support too. Have a little understanding.
Oh, I didn't know that the CDs were like, your life support. Damn, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
It is.
Mediocre news is we're kind of down 20 credits.
You are down 20 credits.
We are each down 5 credits.
You are down 20 credits.
Right, I'll write that down. Okay, Yactines puts in 5 credits.
You
Logan
are down 20 credits.
Benedictus is down 20 credits.
Good.
So if we just
now I get to
repeat
work on our
things-
cool biker outfits.
Hell yeah. So after we've changed and all that sort of stuff, Eric, I feel like I want to potentially I want to canvas some of the nightlife spots to look for particular just for people who are interested in accepting a bet.
So you're looking for someone who, like a bookie, who would accept bets on races?
But this is the thing. I'm looking for a particular... Yeah, but this particular bet I want to put, I'm looking to put a large sum on. And so I'd expect that a lot of bookies wouldn't be able to, like, they would say, I can't accept that bet because it's too much.
You want a desperate. Yeah, you want a desperate.
I want someone who feels like they're going to win a lot on a sure thing, right? So I want to start asking around in that particular order. So, I'm not necessarily looking for a sports bar or a bar that particular bookies hang out, but I imagine there are bookies like in, all sorts of places. So it's mostly just the nightlife spots that I want to hit up and look for.
Right. So this is definitely a connect, right?
Okay.
For our biker outfits, can I give Logan like a cool mohawk that fits through a slit in his helmet?
I imagine
you have, a helmet on. It's like a mohawk, and he takes it off, and the mohawk's still there. And it's
how high do I have to put the helmet before it comes off? And like the mohawk,
all the way up.
Damn, that's tough. I need you to put my helmet on so that I don't affect my mohawk.
Yes. But your helmet has like a cool mask.
Oh, dude, nice.
Oh, it's got that. It's kind of like the Punisher skull kind of mask. It's like kind of like Casey Jones.
I was gonna go full on fucking like samurai helmet.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Whole kabuto and everything.
Would there be like samurai in space, like a culture that has something similar to samurai?
Yeah, Jedi.
Well, it's not the porcupine person for sure.
Yeah, definitely not the porcupine person.
Maybe.
You just make up a space word for it, like Dravak.
Space Bushido.
Oh, Dravak. Yeah, I like it.
Dervish.
Dravak.
No.
So, Connect, you said, yeah?
No.
What difficulty am I looking at?
Yeah, right. So that's like, this is like you talk, like just like trying to talk to people.
Well, the intent here, Eric, is less about me talking to people, but more about me hoping that they will spread a rumor about me.
Right.
Ideally, that's what that's
hoping that you're fishing for somebody to come back to you.
Basically, yes. Uh-huh.
All right. Sure. So really, this is kind of like 2 roles then.
Can I help in any way with like notice, like while he's talking to people, like look for people that might be listening,
so really,
and like point them that way?
All right. Yeah. So the way I think that's totally possible, but I just want to make sure before you get into like, okay, let me help, let me understand the actions and then how I see them before you're like, hold on, that's not what I mean. Right. Yeah. So this is how I see what you're doing. And then you guys obviously like, no, that's not what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I see this as 2 roles for you. You're kind of like laying out the sort of like feelers out everywhere, and then you're waiting for someone to get back to you. Mm-hmm. So really what to me this sounds like is that you're trying to talk first and try to talk to people and convince people like you're someone to talk to and kind of get that stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And then based on that role, they'll give you a bonus or negative to your connect roll to get the person to hit you up. Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
To find that person comes to you. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So talk first and then connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, I'm malleable here. Like, if that's not how you want to do it, if you just want to do this all in just one roll, that's fine too.
Would you say that those sorts of things hit on negotiation or diplomacy in any way?
No, this is finding the person. This is getting the person. This is the person who texts you the message they'd like to meet and talk. Once you're in that scenario, totally negotiation and stuff applies right now.
All right.
But right now, you're just trying to like.
All right, cool.
You're literally just mingling into these illicit circles.
So,
right?
You said you wanted to help Kika?
Yeah.
So what's the DC on this then?
Yeah. Now that the gauntlet's been laid down, hold on. I want to hear how Kika how you think we want to help. You can help on either side of that equation. You can help on the talk roll or the connect roll. Muted.com is your homepage.
I was thinking of helping with the connect part by like keeping an extra pair of eyes out and sort of like
make sure it's not a trap.
Yeah, sort of.
Sure.
And
okay.
Reading people sort of thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
Sort of using what I know about people and organizations and how various creatures express themselves via body language to see, like, sort of read the situation and stuff.
Yeah, so it sounds like helping with a what is it? Notice intelligence, probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe notice charisma. Yeah, notice intelligence, probably.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so let's do the feelers first, and then we'll come in for this one, right? So this is like you literally like trying to go to different bars, and we have that montage scene of you like going to different bars and like talking to people and like looking around and like this whole like fucking gathering information part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So give me a talk roll.
So it'd be.
And here's the problem, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulty is a secret.
Oh no.
You what, mate? No, so
it's an opposed roll. What I'm saying is it's an opposed roll, but I'm going to roll it.
Well, in that
secretly,
case, allow me
you won't
to
know how hard it is.
Allow me
right?
to,
Because you don't know. You're going to a situation and you don't know how hard it is.
Allow me to do some flavor real quick. So basically, sure. I'm walking into
find out how hard it is. Yeah,
I'm walking into these places, and I'm basically, asking around about bookies, specifically asking around. With the intent of being like, look, I just need to double my money so I can pay everyone back. Yeah. And, basically laying out the foundation of my story being that I'm desperate, looking for a payout, and I need a payout quick. And I need a bookie who can take a sure thing.
Right. But you're in a hard, like, oh yeah, that's what sounds like too good to be true, right? Like you're the perfect mark. And so and you're a stranger. People are skeptical. This is a hard place, man. Like you can't just like do like a simple thing here and expect a trick to pull off, which is why it's a roll.
Obviously,
right?
I'm just flavoring.
That's a great story. No, but that's a great story, right? Yeah, you're looking for somebody to do it, right?
All right, here we go. Boom.
So,
I feel good about that.
Good.
You know what the difficulty was?
What was that? Kind of bottom ass roll modifier is that? That was so weird looking.
It's copied and pasted weird. It's 2d6. It's 9.
I know.
But you fucking just got it, my dude.
Hell yeah, I did.
Holy shit!
Cool. Yeah. So the connect part's going to be the hard part, though. You're gonna have a couple people. I already have kind of like presented some people here that we can talk to.
Yeah.
And so based on how good this connect roll and stuff like this, I'll give you an option of some people you want to talk to and how you want to get into this stuff.
And for this one, I help with my notice.
Yeah, exactly. Assuming you want Finis' help, and then this is like the part where like you're getting like this is your Craigslist out there, and you're getting some feelers back, and you're kind of evaluating which one you want to go with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the difficulty of this test is going to be a 7. Okay. So before you roll, Henley, Kika wants to assist you with...
Oh, no, I'll take all the help I can get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. You're rolling hot fire tonight, Kika.
Yeah, Kika.
I'm very smart.
Are you a hammer? Because you're crushing it.
Damn, how'd you get that +3? What's that from? So your notice and then intelligence? Yeah, okay. Well, you have an 18 in intelligence?
I got I had a +1, then I had another +1 from strong attribute, and then another from a level.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I get a +1 on my connect roll here.
Hack in the brain. Yeah, you get a +1 on the connect roll.
Yeah.
And you also get a +1 from your talk out there. Oh fucking
Boom.
Oh boy. You are
It's on fire.
Dude. Come
all
on.
right.
He has secured a meeting with the shadow government.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that.
It's like,
It's actually kind of funny you said that because here's some choices that you could get in with that are that these are different syndicates that that are operating around that you could possibly work for.
Hello, Commander.
And here's what that's really good. Okay, that's actually really good. So here's the first. Yeah. So the first one is a local politician.
Oh shit, dude. Okay.
Yeah. So here's what you know. They're sort of based out of a district here, which is called Zulab. I'll write it down. Zulab's like a small little like sub district of the Treaty of Patriotism as a whole. So he's kind of like an alderman, right? And you know that he runs with a goon squad, and the goon squad's looking to pick could be willing to pick you up, and they are in this type of stuff. It helps pays for his financing for his re-election campaigns. So that's
goon
one
squad.
I just so happen to be in the business of looking into the underground racing market so that I can make some money to fund my strictly above board politician type business.
Yeah.
In which I will demolish all racing.
Yeah. Another group is so this gets into a little bit of the lore of the place. So like, forgive my indulgence here, but they recently have changed the way the electrical light system works in the district. And they put a bunch of people out of work because of it. Basically, they replaced the way they do supercapacitors here. And so now all of the people who normally have to be in charge of replacing those capacitors have been out of a job now. In order to make things ends meet, some of them got into gambling. And so a subset of these people, they're called the Spark Weirds. The Spark Weirds are looking for your money as well. They'd be willing to take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you have one more. They are... Oh, okay. That's right. Okay. That's really, really funny. So it's the opponents to the Zulab Alderman, who are literally a radical communist terrorist collective. So if you want to work for them, so really, if you want to get embroiled into weird Hive City politics of Zulab, this is the way to do it. So apparently,
there's a couple things that stick out in my mind. The Zulab politician, right?
Totally.
I have a sneaking suspicion that, like, I want to know specifically if he would have any reason to want to do business with the goal on the polytie, because specifically the warden that we're looking for might be embroiled in something more political in nature. So there's a there might be a chance that he's involved in that.
Well, yeah. Let me be very clear. Yeah, you're not meeting with this politician. You're meeting with his brute squad. Yeah. His brute squad is the group that's in charge of this.
Yeah. But there's we can always climb the totem pole there. What do you guys think? Where's everyone leaning?
Let's go
with
Let's take out.
By the way, yeah. They're called the Papillon Electric, the electric butterflies.
Oh fuck that! Let's go fuck with the goon squad. Let's stay away from the Frenchies
or the communists.
They are the.
What do you?
Those are that's the third group, the Papillon Electric.
Papillon Electric sounds like a good choice to me. It seems like they will be desperate enough.
What was that last one?
We win the race, and we're out of here. We don't have to involve ourselves with their politics. We just have to win the race.
But this is specifically like the bookies, right? So remember, we're looking for a bookie so that we can find out information on who's down on their luck, so that we can climb in with those guys. However, we can also make a fair amount of money by betting on ourselves as well. So there's that. So we find who's down on their luck. We join their team. We put a bet on that guy, like a large amount of money. Then we join that team, we win the race, and then we make a whole bunch of money. I like it, right?
So
It's a good way to make money. But
you got to pull a fast one over the berries, though, and that might be hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see.
So Yukthuners, where do you sit on this?
I just do not want to get more involved in politics than I need to. I feel like that would end up wasting a lot of our time.
So you want to go with the terrorists then? I mean, they're inherently more political than most, right?
I would prefer to not get involved in with terrorists.
So you're placing your bets on the Sparkies?
Either them or the politicians' brute squad. I feel like sticking with the present people in power would not
Ruffle too many feathers?
Yes.
All right, I'm okay with also going with the politician as well. So I guess we'll go meet with them, Eric.
All right, let's go fuck with some politicians.
Okay, we're doing the politicians.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Heck yeah.
Do I have to seduce this one as well?
No, I got this one.
Good.
Keep your knife in your pocket, I think, Yukthuners.
I will keep my shoulders covered.
Right. This one's name is Rax Blast, is the name of the politician.
Damn.
Rax Blast. I love that.
Splast.
You're in the splast zone.
God damn it, dude. He's a four-arm rodent. He's a four-arm rat.
I would like to compliment his name immediately upon meeting him.
I mean, he's totally because he loves shaking everyone's hands. So he's like all his hands, like oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for
Does he do the Trump? Does he do the Trump handshake where he pulls it in towards him and shakes? Like
no, he's just super energetic. He just wants to shake everyone's hands.
Is he the forearms? We can all shake all of each other's arms at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah. But the thing is that but unfortunately, you don't get to meet Rax Blast immediately. You have to deal with his brute squad.
Yeah, the splasties, right?
They're not called the Splash Zone. No.
Don't worry. I got this. I'll deal with the goons.
No.
Hello there, fellow goons. My name's Ben.
They're not called goons. All right. No.
That is a demeaning term for valued employees.
Hardworking, enthusiastic individuals.
No, they have a much more nice name, kind of like how a homeowners association is the name of horrible, wretched hives of scum and villainy in America.
Yes.
This group is called the Zulab Committee for a Better Tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
So it's like the X-Butts, basically. That's probably their name. Now, if I was really clever, I should have called it as an XCOM in some kind of way. Like the Zulab Committee, XCOM.
Zulab Committee. I like that.
But yeah, no, they are the
Health and Welfare Committee.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All ex-Navy Marines.
The Pains and Means Committee.
Yeah.
The People's Movement for Freedom.
That sounds more like what Papillon's Electriques are into.
You should see some political groups.
The Sex Party. That's a real party that exists in Australia. It's called the Sex Party.
Eric, you need to follow like more of that like low level, like super entrenched politician stuff with like moving money around and things. It's everything's named like that.
I definitely should, but like that's definitely what I'm into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are we meeting from the
XCOM?
The XCOM, yeah. Let's just call them XCOM. It's easy to remember then.
Yeah. Well, so you don't work directly with them as well. They're sending you to an intermediary before them, like to feel you out,
Okay.
right? They're sending you off to they're basically outsourcing this process because these people are too busy to just stand up and just meet with you.
Sure. Well, if that's the case, then I would keep up the facade of desperation, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. They tell you to meet. And so here's what they tell you to meet. They ask for. Okay, I swear to God, their name is. You're supposed to go to a pretty upscale restaurant called Festival Garden, which I'll share in here. Festival Garden, and you're supposed to ask for a Mrs. Krexel at the maitre d'.
Okay. All right then.
Is that a dish that we were intended to eat?
No, that's the name. That's the party name.
Oh.
Sure.
This is not Space Olive Garden.
All right
So
then.
we're not going to eat Mrs. Krexel.
How many
I
people are
understand.
they expecting us to bring exactly? Like, one.
They expect
Okay.
one. They expect you to be desperate.
All right then. I would.
If more than one shows up, it's probably bad. You would know this. You all would know this, right? If you're meeting somebody in an illicit scenario for the first time, if you're not exactly who you say you are, people don't give you a second chance. They're gone.
Sure.
Right? They ghost.
Okay. Well.
First impressions are important.
I guess. I mean, I would go in reeking of desperation and maybe a little bit of liquor, if possible. I wouldn't have drunk it. I would have splashed it on myself, you know.
Doesn't your upgraded system like get that through you really quick anyway?
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have drunk it. But you know, I still want to smell like it. So, do the whole, and then on the wrist, rub it together. Smell real
don't
good.
worry, Logan. And then Benny like grabs like a pint and goes, "There you go.
What?
Just drench yourself in it."
I don't need you to do that for me.
No.
So
Don't
I
worry.
put some in a spray bottle that you could just mist yourself with.
just missed it. Okay.
I
Yeah.
just missed it, and then you walk through the misting.
Oh Jesus. I don't know anyone in real life who actually does that. By the way, I think that's very very.
Oh,
silly.
you've never had somebody like in like a locker room like have like a can of Axe and go.
God. Yeah. I mean, that was basically middle school.
Yeah. Oh gosh, and they're like, "Hey, let's make this wall of Axe," and then they like.
I cast Wall of Axes. Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Anyway.
altogether. Yeah. So I go in there and ask for the maitre d' for Miss Krexel. Was it? You said.
Yep.
Yeah. Wringing my hat in my hands.
Yeah. You don't want to do any recon or anything like that? You're just going right into it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You said it's like an Olive Garden, so it's outdoor seating?
No, I said it's not an Olive Garden.
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's a nice. It's a very nice homely restaurant. It's like upscale. Think like fancy steakhouse.
Fancy steakhouse.
Yeah.
I have shown up an hour.
Think of,
early. I've been ordering coffee for the past hour.
Like think like the fare. Think like $50 plus a plate fare, US dollar.
I'm gonna have to ask you to order something or leave.
Like not like super expensive, but like you're like, oh, okay.
$50 a plate is expensive.
For a steakhouse, that's not that much, but yeah. I agree with you though. I can't. That's too rich for me. I don't make that kind of money.
Well, I'm okay. I think just walking in there. I don't have any reason to do too much homework here. I think what I will do though is I will wear like some sort of like wire. Like what can we do? I want everyone here to be able to listen in to a degree. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what options we have. I know in this system that there is invisible recording, floating, hovering things that you can get. I know there is. Fucked if I remember what they actually are, though. Let's take a look here.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's a thing.
I thought I would have to establish some sort of symbiotic mental link with him. He has some strange, unexplained alien powers.
Could I hack into their
brains?
No. Their reservation list and put Yektenes, Edgaris, and I on the reservation.
I feel like that would be a bit dangerous.
Just in case he needs backup. Then I could be like, "Hello, my name is Benedictus. I'm the last of my kind, and I'd like to sponsor your campaign."
Can't we just like hang out at a shop across the street and be ready?
Did you just ask if we could hang out at a strip shop?
A shop across the street and just be ready.
Oh, I thought you said strip
really
shop.
Ready.
What kind of shop are we talking about?
I don't know, what kind of shop are we talking about, Eric? Like a dollar store?
Clothing.
To buy clothing?
No, it's a place to hang out to be ready.
Yeah, like across the store from us, they're basically waiting while I go in to talk to this person.
What's there?
I mean, you could just wear like pretty normal clothes. Yeah, this place. So this whole hive city is very very cramped places, right? Everything feels like an alleyway. Everything is like very tight and smushed together.
So like New York.
Yeah, only even closer than that. Like think more like a Singaporean like alley street for food. So like carts everywhere. Like it just feels like the buildings are very close and like they have the illusion that they're leaning together. You know what I mean? Because there's so many things crisscrossing around. Like every square foot is of this place is being used for something, right?
Yeah. They've obviously taken out that particular piece of hardware, Eric, so I don't go with any recording devices because otherwise it'd be like me just having a hand radio with me, you know, or putting like a compad on me somewhere. So I don't want to do that because they might force me. So
how are you gonna let us know if you need help?
Oh shit! Wait! I got an idea. So Logan, are you going to have any kind of like satchel or bag?
I don't know. They might take anything from me. So
okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let him carry DD. Because DD has a link to Edgaris.
Yeah, it's going to be like his personal assistant computer.
And if he just opens the door, DD can go like fly up and hide somewhere.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. You want to find a good spot to recon?
Yeah. So I guess more prep work for this is I'm gonna go up to the door and I'm gonna like walk in with Dee, and then I'm gonna like kind of like look around, see if it's busy. Is it busy like when you walk right in? Is it like what's the wait time to be seated?
7 days.
There's the wait time to Fussicle Garden.
Yeah. Like when you walk in, like is there a wait time? Like
yeah, this is the place. This is one of those places where you can't go unless you have a reservation weeks or months in advance.
Okay, so
the wait time is months.
Okay, so Benny walks right through, and then he takes Dee and he kind of throws her into like a ficus or something, like some kind of like decorative bush, and then he kind of he's like, oh no, this isn't the restaurant I was supposed to go at all. This is Fescal's Garden. I wanted to go to Fescal's Patch, the cheap knockoff from down the streets. Sorry to take your time. And then he like walks out the front the front door, and then he kind of like opens up his data pad and goes blip blip, and then he activates the remote control for Dee Dee.
And Dee Dee is like in the place.
Mhm.
Oh,
From
that's
before.
dope as hell. Cool.
Is Dee Dee wearing a
don't-
trench coat and a hat?
It's actually just a sentient swarm of bees.
Yes,
No.
In a
he is
hole.
now.
Dee Dee's like literally like in like a clothes rack, like just in the coat.
Like in the coat check.
Right. So what I like to do is this is how I use this for like all my role playing games. You basically what you did was like you laid a trap, and I don't worry about the trap and the roll is until it's important. And so we'll see what that is in a little bit when it comes up. All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
So what happens?
I walk in there, Eric Vulgaris. I ask for who I asked for earlier, I've forgotten her name, and I follow with whatever procedures they have.
Okay, yeah. So you go up to the maitre d', you tell them to go talk to Miss Krexel.
Miss Krexel, yep.
Yeah, and they start leading you into like through the play. Like they give you an eye, and they say, "What was your name again?" And what do you give them?
Ignatius
David
Dilbert.
Hasselhoff.
Well, that's
Right.
10 times better.
Right this way, Mister Hasselhoff.
Thank you.
She says. She leads you through the floor, and through this floor, you see there's like, this is a very ritzy place. While everything might be like dirty and cramped on the outside, this place tries very, very hard to have a sense of space, a sense of width to it, a space to the windows and things like that give you reflections of a lot more space than what there actually is. In this place, there is a very like rich clientele around here. All of them are like very rich, and it all seems like they're on kind of like dates. You know what I mean? Like this is like a very like fancy, affluent date spot.
Is this where you take your wives or where you take your mistresses?
That's a good question. You didn't do any research, so you don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this shit seems pretty fancy.
All right.
Right. Like this is like some kind of like fancy fucking Godfather looking restaurant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So so they lead you through the one long galley of tables to get to a back room. In the back room, you can see that there is like a couple waiters that are actually like security guards set up back here. They gave
gloves
you
with silenced pistols at their hips, sort of thing.
they pat you down for weapons.
Obviously,
But
I'm
you can
not
see,
carrying.
like,
I'm not carrying anything. I could conceal the laser pistol, but I don't want to. There's no reason for me to be worried about anything in here.
It wouldn't be, yeah. All right, so you're not carrying a laser pistol?
No.
All right. Then they probably remark as they pat you down. They're like, weird. We would have expected that at least a normal person be carrying a laser pistol.
I just sort of look at them, just like, I mean, I wasn't aware that going to dinner with someone required weapons. So
They're like, you're not going to survive long. It's basically what they don't say that to you, but like they get the impression like you're an idiot. You're okay.
got
You know
it.
what I mean?
Got it.
That was a really hot take that you just gave them on
Yeah.
their cynical security guard lives. You're like, okay. Oof. So they're all right. They let you in, and they let you into the back room, and the back room is much more spacious. And now now before you come in though, now this is the point where we need to roll because we need to see if Dee Dee gets in here too, is able to sneak into this room with you.
Okay. So what do I gotta? Let's see. What do I gotta roll?
This is probably your bluff check, either some sort of way of deceiving Dee Dee into this place, right? So like
It'd
you
be like
you just figure out
sneak
what the
whatever,
plan
right?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And
What about sneak intelligence? Because I kind of have like the joystick out, and I'm kind of like looking at her on my data pad, and I'm kind of like controlling her that way, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I kind of envision her like ducking into like lamp domes, kind of like, is she a light bulb? Is
You
she
know what?
not? We don't know.
I want to help Alex do this. I guess that certified agraris could hack into security camera feeds so that he can choose the best.
Oh, yeah. Like you're like, I can only take it down for like a split second, and I'm like, yeah, and then you like turn it off for a split second, and Dee Dee moves, and he turns back on, so it just looks like a little blip.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I want to help with the security cameras. So that's programming, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a programming thing.
I don't know what the DC was, but
Right.
that's for turning off cameras for a second or something like that.
Yeah.
No, the DC is for whatever the thing is. You're just trying
That's
to help.
not a. Yeah. That's but to help turn them off and get them set up that's not enough. This place is hardened against intrusions. They don't notice you, but like you're having trouble getting in. So you're unable to help them. The difficulty is 10.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Your sneak. Hold on. Your sneak isn't a difficulty of 10.
Oh,
No, it's the same. It is. I'm sorry. It is. It's the same difficulty. I forgot about that. I thought hacking might be different, but it's not. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh
Holy
my
shit,
goodness!
fucking
Yes,
sweating
bow
goddamn
down
bullets.
to Grubby.
God
Okay.
damn.
Sorry.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
So Didi is in the room, in the back
Yeah.
room.
Yep. Dee Dee sneaks into the back room. How does that look?
So okay, like, Q, Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible over music that mixes into with Pink Panther in the background somehow, so here's Dee Dee. She's like going around. She's like dipping in and out of sight, kind of deal. She kind of like gets on the floor and like with her dodecahedron kind of body, she kind of rolls, on the floor, looks behind on a corner, like, and then keeps going. And then she jumps onto a platter, knocks off a roast beef, and kind of like disguises herself with a hollow projection of a roast beef. So they get her into the back room, and then as soon as they put down the platter, she flies off into the ceiling, and then she kind of like she takes like her position like in the corner and sets herself up like a CVC camera.
Yeah, like just stealthing there quietly. So let me ask you a question with this success. Does Logan know?
I would assume he knows that Dee Dee's going in there with him because that was the whole idea, just in case he gets in trouble. We didn't plan out the secret code thing. No, we didn't. Like the twiddle of the nose or the wiggle of the ear, or
the same code as always.
Poughkeepsie.
I love this.
It's Fruit Loops. Come on.
I don't remember, but I'm thinking about it though.
Fruit Loops.
Oh my god. I just keep getting this idea of that was in character. I'm just thinking about like you being like, we didn't do the signal.
We totally did not just. Oh gosh, we didn't set up a signal. We don't know what he's going to do.
It's
So what's
the
the
same
signal?
signal as always.
What's the usual signal?
Fruit Loops.
Oh fuck! No wonder I fucking keep missing it. I don't know what the fuck Fruit Loops are.
They are fruits.
It makes more
that are
sense.
shaped into loop shapes, obviously.
What's the thing that Benedictus is always stealing from Logan? Pop-Tarts?
Oh, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
It makes more sense it's that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to yell Pop-Tarts, and I'll be like,
You can't
As soon
work Pop Tarts into a conversation, my man.
Yeah, as soon as Logan slips the Pop Tarts in the conversation somehow, we have it coming, guns blazing.
Okay. All right.
Either one.
I actually have this cool function right here. Audio capture. And like Benedictus presses a little button.
Isn't that a microphone?
Yeah. And activates DD's microphone feature.
Yeah.
Hey, look, who's playing the character? Me or you? Sorry, I just thought I'd do the narration. Ah, fuck it. All right. So yeah, I activate the
This
audio
is getting
recording.
a little too deep for me, I think. I think.
I activate the audio.
Has never spoken before.
Yeah. So I activate it, and then she's now recording audio and feeding it to us via datapad.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so in this room there's a couple like other like stationed guard I don't know, I'm sorry, they're not even stationed. They're sitting down. They're eating dinner with her.
Man, these fucking Fruit Loops are delicious, bro. It's like shit.
There's a couple All right. So the person you're meeting is like clearly sitting at the head of this or like the so you're at a pentagonal table, right? And like the top three sides away from you are like sitting there, and in the middle, like clearly the person you're supposed to meet, is another one of these 4-armed rat people. It's not Rax Blast, right? This is supposed to be Krexel, but or sensibly, but you think your nose is pretty good for these things, and you think that was just a fake name. It's kind of like how Mr. Hasselhoff is a fake name, and in fact, she probably starts by saying right, like, hello, I like what you're wearing, and I like your fake name. And she looks at you. So tell me about sit down. Let's have a dinner, and you can tell me about who you really are.
I sort of look around and
this might be a test to you, right? Not like a physical role. She might be testing you. Like maybe she doesn't know, right? Like you're smart, you're capable at this stuff. This might be like a bluff. She's like, oh, now that I like this, like, oh, this is the disarming moment, or whatever. Like she wants to see how you squirm under possible pressure, right? At least your gut might be telling that might be an option, or maybe she does. And then if she does, what happens?
Can I do like
what do you do when you're in that scenario? Yeah,
is like I know there's no empathy, but can we use like notice and maybe like wisdom? I think might be appropriate here to work out. You know, this is mostly me going over in my mind. Seduce her, Dave. I'm working on it.
You want to seduce the 4-armed rat woman, dude. Have a new wife. Have a new any hole in space. I'm not gonna remember it one time.
All right.
One space hole's as good as another.
Yeah, one space hole's as good as another. Thanks, Keaton.
Yes. What would you say the DC on a notice wisdom would be for empathy related understanding?
I think it would be a versus test against their deception.
All right, sure. I'm down for that.
Right. So their talk, or I guess it'd probably be not talk.
Talk is what you need when you want someone.
Yeah,
to,
it's charisma sneak, right? It's probably charisma sneak.
Yeah, sneak is like lying. So yeah.
All right. I'm letting you know that my modifier.
Damn, you don't even need a fucking roll on that one. That's a.
Oh, you boxguard it. You fucking boxguard it. Oh boy.
Well, hang on. No, this is diplomacy. This is diplomacy.
No. It is diplomacy. Oh wait, this is diplomacy. Yeah. You can reroll.
Hang on. Let me just see here. Let me read it to you.
What? Yeah. Read the shit. What it says. What you can do.
Reroll ones on any skill check dice related to negotiation or diplomacy. This is from Diplomat. So level 1, gain talk as a bonus skill. You speak all languages common to the sector and can learn new ones to a workable level in a week, becoming fluent in a month. Reroll ones on any skill check dice related to negotiation or diplomacy. I rolled 2 1s, so I could just reroll that.
Reroll. Do you reroll one or any one, or both ones?
Reroll ones on any skill check.
Oh,
dice.
so yep. So both of them. Reroll both of them. Ostensibly, you can only do that once. Like
Once
if you roll
per
another
scene.
one, you don't reroll. Yeah, once per scene.
Sure, yeah. If you want to say
it
that's
say?
how it is, because I just read exactly as it says there.
Reroll ones.
Reroll
Yeah.
ones, and I got another one in here. So it's, theoretically, I could roll ones forever, but like
But you don't have to because that's enough to meet their notice.
just
And-
consider I got an 8 then, right? Like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. No. Like, you tied it. You matched it. So you would know. You would know that she doesn't know, but she's bluffing here, or at least she doesn't. She knows that there's more here, but she doesn't have that much on you.
You know
what I mean?
It's like, so I sort of look around. I was like, "Oh, you got me." Hasselhoff is actually a deity from where I'm from. He's known for being able to be the person you can rely on the most. So you'll have to excuse me for taking his name.
That's good. Well, all right. Let's get some appetizers. You can tell me about this Hasselhoff. And
I visibly brighten when
Yeah.
she says that she wants to know about David Hasselhoff. Because
Yeah.
I'll talk about David Hasselhoff if she wants me to.
yeah, sounds good. Sure. So we sort of the montage dinner scene here, right?
I
by the-
intend to bore
by the way,
her
yeah.
with tales of Hasselhoff's heroics. I leave out the fact that he was in movies and just verbatim say what he did was actually real stuff. So he was known for saving lives on one of the busiest aquatic regions of the world that I'm from. He's known for martial arts prowess and fighting robots and cybernetic enhanced monsters. Things like that.
Don't
Basically,
forget the talking car.
he's
The talking car.
he's also known for being the pilot of a talking car. Can you believe it?
He was a
Wow.
Texas Ranger.
Was he a Texas Ranger? I had no idea.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
That was.
He was also in
No, that's
SpongeBob.
Chuck.
I'm pretty sure
That's
that's Chuck
Charles.
Norris.
That's Charles Norris.
Oh, fuck that shit then. Never mind.
Right.
Fucking
He was
David
also-
Hasselhoff, Chuck Norris, they're both the same person, really. They're like,
You take
Janice.
that back.
they're Janice, the two-faced god.
He was also in SpongeBob's movie.
Yeah, right? The Hasselhoff.
Our culture. Yeah. She mentions a little bit about the culture of their kin.
Mm-hmm.
The rat folk, the four-armed rat folk.
Mm-hmm.
They're called Kizagados. Kizagados.
Okay. Damn, man.
And the Kizagados don't. They mention that. In fact, they don't have a lot of those stories. In fact, they're a race that sort of just co-ops others. Things. They've lost a lot of their stuff.
Okay.
So that they kind of share like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've heard some pretty good stories back in my day. And she looks over, and one of the bouncers with her is like, it's like a big hulking guy. It looks vaguely human, like definitely like anthropod, or but seems to be just, there's something a little weird about like their facial structure. Like something's missing. Like their faces are much more like bulkier and bony. He mentions that she says this one, my friend here is a Falavri, and they grow up in the extreme cold, and it's so much that living down here now, they have to constantly be shaving all the time, and that's what it is, and that makes sense. Is that their skin looks like they're always have like a 5 o'clock shadow on them, because like they're like literally like a marmalute, or what's a husky? What's the husky dog? Like just a husky, right? Like, but like you have to constantly shave all the time because
Wait, a
it's otherwise it's
Marmaduke?
hot. Marmadukes, yeah, no,
Yeah.
Marmoset, Malamutes.
Malamute.
Right, like
Oh,
big old hulking dog sled dogs, right? So like they're big old, like they're basically like yetis. Like they're basically you're sitting next to a yeti, who's like completely shaved. That dress is like that's basically like the size of this person,
Right.
right? And they look at you and they say, "How's it going?"
okay.
And they
A little better,
And
actually.
she looks Crystal looks at her friend and then back to Falevri and back to and Falevri looks at her and is like, should you tell her? You want to tell the story? And he's like, no, you're doing great. He says the Falevri reportedly killed their gods.
We've done some of that too. The more modern day gods, though, like Hasselhoff, for example, they're more in line with what the current culture of where I'm from is like. Though I haven't been back there in a long time, but maybe we've killed Hasselhoff. Who knows?
Would you also partake in the sacred rite of drinking their blood?
We had a warrior sect, actually, that used to do that.
Surely they must have been the greatest of your kind, right?
They were short-lived. Violence tends to breed violence, and we are a people of... it takes a long time for our children to grow. So, you kill enough of them, eventually the babies stop coming.
They think that that's a euphemism for something, and they're just gonna like, okay, like they just nod. They don't understand.
Just like, yes, I
right?
agree.
Exactly.
The baby stopped coming.
And you're like, yeah. And he like takes a drink of a red liquid, and you're like, oh, and you're like, and he's like, that's interesting. Yeah, cool. Really, but really, like it's just being very polite. So, you want to talk about business before or after dinner?
Well, I'm. The quicker I can arrange what I need to arrange, the better I would feel. So I'm ready willing whenever you are.
All right. So we don't get too many strangers coming in and looking for placing such large bets down. Now, are you sure you want to go through this?
Oh, absolutely. I can't think of a better way to pay back everything that I owe.
All right. She looks at you, and one more time, just clearly for me, the terms of this is you're getting what exactly out of this deal?
I want to go with the highest odd bet that we can get for the race, right? I want to find a team that has, the 1 in 100,000 chance of winning, and I want to put a sizable amount of money. How much do you want to put on this, guys? Did we would have defined this ahead of time? So how much?
Right, exactly. That's what I was asking, because like, what exactly is the money value?
300 million credits.
You don't have 300 million. You barely have a couple million, I think.
Well, let's put down and then hope we win.
I actually closed that page, but we do have it somewhere. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. I'll try and find our document. 1 second. Okay, I have the ship sheet. We currently are sitting at 224 million. No, thousand.
All right.
224,000.
So we put down 224 million, and then we make sure we win.
Well, we have to give them the money ahead of time before it works. So.
Yeah.
One more. So
we go
for my own notes. How much money? 2.4 million.
No, we only have 224,000.
Oh yeah.
So,
Aired.
what does the sensible people think that we should have put down? Because the idea here is that we have full trust in our pilot being able to win. We have full trust that we can work in with this team that has the highest odds, and we have full trust in our engineer to make our vehicle the best vehicle. So the idea is that we are going to make a humongous amount of money off of this if we win, if the odds are stacked against us as much as they are. So
Still very scared.
it is. So what about putting something like 50,000 credits down?
I was
Feel better with that.
100,000.
100,000?
Yeah.
What about we go straight down the middle and go 75,000?
Okay.
250,000.
Plus, putting like too much money on it might raise some eyebrows.
Well, you need to pay for operating expenses of your ship. This is more important because your ship is literally a character, and if your ship was repossessed, you basically are no longer a character, Derek.
But we have full trust in our abilities as players to get this done.
They can repo me?
They can repo
Yeah.
you.
I mean, Helix Leviathan could repo you.
Unless we run away from everyone, become underground space adventure people. So
Yeah, it's possible.
fuck.
Okay, so here's my thought.
So 100,000.
No.
Okay.
The whole fucking ship.
Oh my god. I
We
just
bet the
imagine,
ship.
No.
just imagine
Yeah,
that show. Have you guys seen that show of guys that go and repo cars forcefully?
Oh, you mean like every day in America?
yeah, so it's either 75,000 or 100,000 for me. I know, Kika, you have some reservations. So which one would you prefer?
If it's one or the other, I'd prefer 75,000.
Well, it depends. When do we have to pay for the ship's maintenance? How long do we
think.
Well, we're not going anywhere right now, so we don't have to pay for maintenance while the ship's not operating. I mean, there is like every month we have to pay operating costs.
Yeah.
But if we dry dock the ship here for whatever reason, because we run out of money, it's not gonna. We're not like, we don't have to pay it every month when it's dry docked, for example. But there is some sort of maintenance that needs to go on because you are literally the beating heart of that ship. So we're probably going to have to keep it up and running.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think that 75,000 is the sensible choice.
All right, we'll go with 75,000, Eric.
Now I have a question. If we bet for the team that's most likely to lose, what are the odds? Because if it's like 1,000 to 1, so are we going for like 7 million and whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think 1,000 to 1's pretty. 1 second. Let me roll. I'll figure out exactly the odds there.
I like the idea that Eric's like, 1,000 to 1, and then we just walk out like, all right, Eric, we don't need to play the game anymore. We literally made all the money. Thanks.
If it's 1,000 to 1 and we win, that's 75 million.
Yeah.
We could get a
But
new
at the
ship.
same time, the people Logan is talking to are probably gonna try to get a cut.
They do get a cut, right?
They do
As a
get
bookie.
cut, yeah. That's why I wanted to find a bookie who would be willing to take such a large bet.
Win or lose. Yeah, win or lose. Yeah. They look at you and I think 1,000 to 1 is a pretty fair, easy number to remember. 75K at 1,000 to 1 odds. And so like the whole the paper, right? They're like, are you sure this is quite the bet?
I sort of like look around at everyone at the table. Like, what was their reaction when I said 75,000 at 1,000 to 1,001 odds?
What is over 1,000 odds?
No. What was their reaction to my bet that I wanted to place?
That's what they're at. They're like, this seems very large. But they look pretty chill with it. Like they're pretty cucumber cold. They're like, it's a lot of money. When they say, "Are you sure?" I'm just like, I just need to know if you can cover that. I just really need to know if you can cover that because that's all I'm interested in. Yeah, we
You mean if
cover
they
it.
can pay if you win?
Yeah, they need to pay us if we win. So if they can cover that amount, then we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you made the rolls, and they can.
But more to the point, I would like for them to essentially coin on to the fact, because I'm trying to be not subtle about this, that I might have insider knowledge as to why I'm picking to go with these particular people.
You're not being subtle about it?
I'm not being subtle about it. I want them to be like, huh, maybe this guy has something.
All right. So are you bluffing them here to do this? Because like they've heard this before. You're like, you must be very confident that this is going to be right. Yeah. You know, like you've had a very...
Do I need to make a roll if my intent is to bluff, but for them to know that I'm bluffing?
No, like they can know that they want to... No, you're conveying that they're bluffing. The thing is that they've heard this a lot from people, right?
Sure.
Being like, oh, this is a sure thing. Well, thanks for your money. You know what I mean? This is like what everybody says to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Then if that's what they believe, then that's what they believe. Because that's what I wanted them to believe.
Yeah, I just think that they think that you are desperate and that this is the coolest $75,000 they've ever made.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy peas.
Now I'm thinking it's so risky because if we win, it's gonna be more profitable for them to just kill us than to pay us.
Yeah, very much so.
It's so much money.
This is why we also went with the politician.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you know, to a degree.
Yeah.
And does the receipt that I get from them, does it actually have like the, related logos and paraphernalia needed that ties it to the politician?
No, because this is all done through this extra group. Remember, like you're meeting with a third party of that group.
Okay, fair enough. All right then.
Right.
Like
you're like 4 steps removed from the politician, from Rax. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah, this is why this shit happens. But yeah, nothing gets done unless it's under Rax's nose. So here's the thing, right? To take this bet and for it to like go through, you get inserted a microchip in your neck.
What's that?
Okay, hold up. That wasn't a part of the deal that I signed. What I have questions. What does this microchip do?
It's their insurance policy to make sure you don't.
It's a bomb.
Yeah. It's also it's a subdermal tracking location, as well as a way to a way to contact them. So it's like it's like an encoded thing. But yeah, there's also as Derek says, there's security measures involved too.
I would like to make a negotiation roll or something along these lines, Eric, where if that is the case, then I need added assurance that they are going to pay up, because this is a very one-sided deal.
Well, you're a very desperate individual. Of course it's going to feel one-sided. That's what they said. The world gave you a bad hand, Mr. Hasselhoff. Nothing's free. There's no problems. Now, this isn't in character.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a way of changing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to pay them the 75, like cash, like now, or like credit, like rings in hand, rather than usually like write it on a book and then wait for the payout, because that's usually, you know what I mean? Like it's more like ephemeral. But that's what kind of how they keep you connected. There's some wiggle room here if you want.
Don't you always have to pay up front?
So here's what I'm willing to do, Eric. I would like to.
I think it's a part of it. I think you have to pay part of it up front, like collateral.
Okay.
Is there like some sort of like
$75,000 is pretty decent for that.
Yeah. I'm willing to put that money in their hands straight away. Like, I have no problems doing that. I don't want something inside of my body that I have no idea is what it's about, right? I don't fuck like that. So,
Right.
ideally, I would like to give them money, but I also want some assurance that that money can't be touched until the bet is done. So, having said that, like, is there any
Those
sort
are
of like,
that seems very mutually exclusive.
yeah,
You either give up, you either relinquish your hold on that 75,000, and you still have to make some tests to weasel your way out of having this chip, or you can
wait, even if I give them the
10%.
75,000 up front, they just fucking still put a chip in me?
possible. Yeah, it's possible.
What kind of fucking service are these guys running?
They're a fucking illicit fucking gambling center. There's $7.5 million on the line, and you're desperate. They think you're alone. They're going to take advantage of you.
I just wanted to drive
remember-
someplace on a hover bike.
Yeah. Remember the question? Remember when I was asking, like, do you want to do any recon or anything? And you're like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Fine. You know what? You know what, Eric? Fuck it. If they're gonna put a chip in me, they ain't getting the cash. I will take the chip though.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Yeah. Can I choose where it goes?
No. It goes right in your neck, dude.
Dude,
Like-
I'm a human. They've never seen anything like me before.
They know where your head is.
But
They know where your head is.
But they
Yeah.
don't know where my brain is. I
they-
could take my head and move it around, you know? Like, they don't
Oh,
know.
you're not. They're not the first arthropod, like anthropoid, that they've seen before.
All right,
Arthropods
fine. I'm the first pink one, though.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, yeah. The Yeti's pretty pale, though. In fact, you know what's weird? Like a shaved Yeti is pretty. Like that might be one of the closest things you've seen to a human.
did you see?
You know what I mean?
Chad's like, insert chips into the neck. Ow, that's my penis. Could you please not touch my genitals? Thanks.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Eric, chip me, man. Chip me. I'm all in.
Chances are we can hack it. We can hack it and
All right. Yeah. All right.
Hack it and distract.
head close up.
Pretty much like Yeti has very fast reflexes. Flavelli has very fast reflexes. From under the table, shink right in your neck. You barely like it. Doesn't hurt. Just a quick little scratch
Great.
there.
Great.
It's done. The deal is made.
Okay. I take my piece of paper, verifying that they're going to pay me the big dollaries, and we leave.
Yep. Yeah. And we should go to break right then.
I think so. Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Party.
Logan has a chip in their neck, and they're probably going back to the Sword of Adagaris to talk to the rest of the crew. The crew probably knows this though, because our good friend Benny has a little VR robot that was keeping a nice little eavesdrop during that whole conversation.
Specifically,
But,
though, I would like to know more about what happened post me leaving. What sort of conversations they would have had in that room, maybe.
Oh yeah, I would definitely have left Dee Dee there for a bit until like Logan came back, just to kind of keep an eye on him.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, cool. I love that. So this doesn't require a roll or anything like that to know. So here's the big plans. They have no intent. They have no intention of paying you if you win. They're totally going to kill you. Two, they think they're already going to have plans to kill you anyways, or at least like we should track this person, find out, and but you hear something else though, and this is probably the other most important thing is here. You hear something that you should talk. They say a name that you should talk to Quadrilateral about following them.
Interesting.
Quadrilateral.
Yeah.
He's got the sharpest angles.
Yeah. You're an edge.
Jeez. All right.
Because that guy's a real square.
However, the one thing that we did get was
It's rhombus.
we did get the horse, theoretical horse that we're backing, so we can now track them down and do some work through them.
Let's do it.
That's it.
I've been designing hover bikes this whole time, with upgrades and everything.
I love the idea that we
Finis
kicked
is
this
ready to
guy's
go.
door down. It's just like, we got all these great ideas.
I just throw out like these giant rolls of paper that just splay out across their floor.
Yeah. All right. All right. So are we going over to talk to this the person that you're betting on?
Yes.
Can we see first what's going to happen with this chip, though? Can we do something about it? Since they're not going to be honoring the side of the deal that I feel no obligation to honor ours. So I'll leave it up to the capable, intelligent hands of literally everyone else.
Well,
Cool.
now it comes down to whether or not I told you guys that they was going to double cross us.
Of course they're going to double cross us. I would double cross us.
Yeah, you know what? All right, here. This is what we're gonna do. Logan.
We only wanted to know who we're gonna, which person we need to join up with to find more information. You know, like if we get money out of it, great. If we don't, they don't have any of our money. So
Logan, I'm gonna. You got like a little something in your neck. So if you'd like to come over here and let me hook up
Maybe
my
you
data
should
pad.
Let the doctor remove.
Anyone else aside from Benedictus want to do this? Okay, Eucthenus, please. I would prefer you to do all of this.
Fine.
Yes.
Whatever. I'm just gonna be in my trailer.
I mean, you can help.
Please don't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
But you need to clean yourself first.
okay.
Thoroughly. I want to see that pink skin go purple.
All right. So, what do you?
I'm scrubbed up.
You guys should be very clear. Like, you need to be very clear with me what it is that you want to do with this thing.
Investigate,
Surgery.
terminate, exfoliate.
Okay.
Masturbate.
Okay. I mean, if you just want to surgically remove this thing
Well,
without analyzing it,
so
that's
that
your
Okay,
that's
we'll
that's my
analyze it.
thing. So what I was going to do is I was going to use my data pad to run a preliminary scan on the chip to see if there's any form of detonation on the chip. Like if somebody could remotely
I have
send
medical
a signal and then
scanners.
all of a sudden go.
right. Now, so you can quickly analyze it. Yes, there is some sort of explosive, like mini charge effect on this thing, but you have to analyze it to see how it triggers.
Okay, so I'm.
All right, everyone stop talking. It might be triggered
How are
by
you-
a particular word.
How are you analyzing it?
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to scan
It's
it.
in Logan. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do some dermal scans,
Okay.
which I would ask you, Dennis, to administer some dermal scans to get like the general make and readings of the chip.
Is that like a open my mouth and cough sort of thing? Like, what do you need me to do?
We need you to stand still, don't move, don't breathe, don't even fart.
You can breathe. But
Oh,
please
good.
do
No,
not
you can't.
emit gas from your rear
Yeah.
entrance.
Yeah, don't fart because
No, that's very much a
don't know.
goblin thing. So
no, it's not. Always at me. Don't look at me. Look at your tennis.
okay. Well, do I need to take off my pants for this? Like, how does it work? Most human
Yes.
doctors remove pants. So
Wait. I thought
Well-
his chip was in his neck.
Well, we should respect his cultural practices. Please
Yeah,
remove your pants.
very well. I take off my pants.
No,
I'm in my
no, no, no,
boxers
no,
now.
no, 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 no. Ah, I'm blind. I'm blind. I can't see anything.
Calm down. Unlike goblins,
Ah.
we wear several pieces of clothing on our body.
Oh,
This is just so they can do the reaction with the knee thing. You know, you donk my knee, and then you count how many seconds until my knee kicks you in the face.
Oh, okay. I grab my goblin wrench and I slam it
just
against his
gonna-
knee.
No. Can I like just catch his wrench? Be like, no, not.
He
in
said
my
donk
med
him in
bay.
the knee. I'm trying to donk
Not
him in the knee.
my med bay.
Fine.
We're all business here. We get to scanning.
Okay.
Scanning, maybe we can somehow remotely deactivate it and then remove it.
All right. So yeah. So just what I'm saying is, yeah, a subdermal scan. You could totally do that without like interacting with it and just trying to analyze what it is. Yeah, that's totally doable. But yeah, it's safe to do, right? Like you're in a controlled spot to do this.
Yes.
But your ability to get information might not be as useful.
Okay. So we want to start with that first.
Please, before you remove it and blow my brains out.
Yeah, please give me an idea of what it is that they put me with.
I love the idea. It's like, yes, the way that we terminate this this chip is by killing the subject. All right, so let's do one of those weird surgery things where we like kill me for like 5 minutes and then bring me back to life.
Yeah, let's analyze it. This is a difficulty 6.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a heal? What?
Oh, I didn't even think about using heal, like heal intelligence to figure out what this is. I thought you'd probably be like, no, but heal works.
Oh, sweet.
Damn, got him.
Eh?
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know that if this thing were to be removed and exposed to the air, it would explode.
Okay, so we have to remove it in a vacuum.
Oh.
How are you going to remove this thing from a vacuum in a person?
All right. Here, this is
We
how.
put it-
This is how I grab.
We put his neck in a controlled environment with
It's attached to me, you know. I just want to point that
like
out.
a collar with like little like glove thingies, and we just replace the air with a non-reactive gas such as neon.
Beryllium. Look,
I raise.
beryllium.
Neon.
I raised I raised the hand vacuum and I go.
Well,
Now,
just-
now I just
have
made
an
the space holes literal.
What you could do, Kika, is surround the thing in something that creates a small vacuum.
That's what
still
I was
inside.
saying.
No, because you were saying like covering the neck. I'm talking about like a small capsule. It's like encapsulate
Well,
the
it would
implant.
be. Yeah.
Just putting it out there,
wait.
what about if we do the surgery in, you know, the vastness of space? You know, how do you feel about that?
As long
I have
as
a question.
suit, I'm fine. Let's
Wait, hold
go.
on. I has a question. What if I was to freeze the chip or heat it up?
Can we just?
Let's go with the doctor's idea, please. Not the
I got
engineer's
thermo-
idea. Okay.
I got thermokinesis. I could probably freeze it in your body and we could remove it.
Yes, but
Wait, but how could we do it in space? without exposing your body to hard vacuum.
That was just a joke. I was making a joke because I do that when I'm worried about my face going to be exploded because of a goblin engineer wanting to use psychokinetic technology from his brain on my neck to carbonically freeze everything and probably kill me in the process.
I don't know if you can feel this, but I'm trying to set your head on fire.
So, as the only doctor on the ship, I trust that the doctor will get shit done. Yekthenis,
Okay.
please.
Let's go, Dennis.
I just go with my plan that I stated before.
Okay.
Is that okay, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, as a heal, right? For surgery.
Now, so
Yeah.
After I set up the apparatus.
do you get
Now,
like
do
any
you want it?
bonuses for this for having like actual like because we have a do we have any med bays in the actual ship like as
Yes.
part of the ship? So I'm pretty sure like
That's giving you the ability to do this surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yes. So, I mean, Henley, Logan, I mean, it's pretty clear that if this surgery goes bad, death's on the line, right? Or at least an explosion happens and you have to make some saves,
hell yeah, dude.
right? Okay, just so you know, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
that,
yeah,
that's
I'm
possible.
cool. I'm
right?
cool. Cool.
Right.
with
So you can't look at me and be like, "Fuck you, Eric. That wasn't fair."
I don't
Okay?
play this game to be walking on eggshells.
I know, man. I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear with the consequences. Also,
That's
same thing with Kika. Kika, another player's character's life is in your hands,
Yay.
right?
I mean, you said specifically air.
Yekthenis,
which
human
would
doctor.
imply that it's the reaction is a side effect of something in the chip being oxidized, right?
Yeah, that's fair. It's oxidized.
So if if the chamber is filled with a gas that is non-reactive, such as neon,
Or argon.
then
yeah.
it would not get oxidized.
Correct.
You would get neonized.
And then we could just have it like in a little, we could just have it in a sealed container full of non-reactive
Dude,
gas
then we
as
could
well
use it as a
for
bomb.
safety.
We could like,
If you want to carry it, that's on you.
dude, absolutely. I would throw
Oh,
it
I,
at
thought,
them.
I will totally carry it.
You throw it
Look,
at
I'm
them,
just
you'd be
gonna
like,
do-
have a piece of your own medicine.
If
and then
no
it
one's helping, I'm
breaks.
just going to do my rolls.
Right. Yeah.
I
So
will
there's-
flavorfully
so-
help.
And I should also be clear about other things of this thing, right? There are sort of like sensitive readings from this is from Yekthenis, not your heal check. Yeah, no, wait, it was 8 to do that.
Yeah.
The dermal scan, right? This thing is also obviously has a connection to some sort of private server, right? Like it's getting information back and forth. Like there's a connection
Ah,
that
so
you should have been
it's
able to find out too.
Yeah, if they stop detecting that it's implanted in a person, they're gonna know.
What if we
can
put it in
we
the goblin?
can we like
You can
get
put it
on
in
that?
if you want.
Can we get on that frequency and just replicate the data that it's sending right now and just keep that feed going?
Yeah, you could try to do that for sure.
Oh man, we
you could also-
totally should have sent fucking Derek's character in there. Cause he'd just be
Yeah.
like, yeah,
If you
fuck it,
want-
man. If it blows up, who cares?
Actually, Ectinas, you can implant it in any of my non-combat optional.
Well, if we get
ancillaries.
on that frequency and are just sending this data that it's sending right now just consistently, then we don't need to implant it anymore. We just need to get rid of it when we're done.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Let's copy the frequency. I'll help with
Okay.
that.
Okay, that would be a program, right?
Yeah. All right. So I will
Helping?
twiddle my little goblin fingers to copy the frequency and emit the frequency into the room. And yeah, I fucked up.
Luckily,
Okay,
it was a
Apple.
help roll, so yay for us.
All right. Yeah. So, well, okay. So you're not able to.
Can I also help, or can only one person help?
No. Well, you can try to help. You can only get one help from one person.
No. You
I
can
can-
anyone can help as much as they want, but you can only ever receive the actual bonus of help from one person.
Exactly.
Okay,
Thank you for clarifying. That's what I was trying to say.
I'm going to help. The medical bay probably has a database of vital signs. I guess I could use that to help Ictinas find the correct signal. Probably because Logan has been at the medical base times before, so probably has a log of his vital signs.
Yeah,
I love the idea that I've come in there from a lot of like technological burns. Like I come in there for a lot of burns all the time because I keep using things the wrong way because I don't know what they do. So like, you know, like, oh, this is clearly a coffee machine. And then and the next scene I'm sitting in the fucking ER with like a full arm burn. I'm just like, fucking feel
Why
it.
were you using the carbon fuser like
Just
that?
wanted coffee.
Exactly. I imagine our medical like history logs is two things. It's fucking Logan burning himself and like electrocuting himself on random ass shit, and the other one is it's fucking Benny teleporting around and getting stuck somewhere. That's all the things getting hurt from being stuck. From all
Go get it. Ow. Oh. Ow.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh shit! Oh. You literally rolled double ones.
Now you're an expert, right, Derek? No, you're a fighter. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm in combat. We haven't had combat in ages.
Well, I think all right. Well, if this doesn't go well, that might change. That's not probably gonna change. Yeah. So that's not great.
Fuck it, man.
Fucking without your help, then it's like I'm just gonna do this myself.
I love the idea that everyone goes off with these half-brain scheme ideas, and by the time they come back, it's already done.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Ictinus is used to doing this. Okay, so I'm basically copying. Like I'm able to pick up like the readings that are going out and in, and I'm able to get on that frequency and copy it both ways while also blocking the connection between both sides. Like basically just have like an intermediary,
a man in the middle intercept.
So it's like when you put a picture of an empty hallway in front of a security camera.
That's exactly that's exactly what's
pretty
going on.
much. That's what I'm doing, except it's two ways.
Yeah.
So on the other side of the picture, it's a picture of a camera, so people don't see that there's a picture there.
That is so fucking stupid. I love it. And then it takes like there's like a security guard in the room looking through the camera at an empty hallway, and he's like, "No, I don't see you in the hallway." And then the other guy who's in the hallway looking up the security cameras is like, "I can see the security camera right there. How come you can't see me in the hallway?" Good God. Yeah, that's like some Naked Gun shit right there. Like.
Anyway, time for some surgery fun.
Oh yeah, you've wasted all your good rolls on this bullshit.
I still have my re-rolls though, at least.
Right. So that step is good, but now here comes the actual removing of the device.
Yeah, and who the fuck can help me with surgery?
Do I want anyone to help you with surgery? No.
I'll help with surgery. No, I'll be the scalpel. Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Love the idea. Swords helping by keeping Benedictus out of the room.
This is absolutely a heal check.
Yeah.
Your heal check has a drop the lowest, right?
Yeah, 3d6 drop lowest.
Yeah.
And I still have my reroll first scene, so...
All right, that's good. Yep. Removing this thing is probably... let's see here.
Difficulty 20.
I don't think you can get a 20 in this game.
No.
What's the highest you can get?
The highest you can roll on is like a +5 from a skill and a +3 from a modifier, and then 1 help, and then a 12.
Yeah. All right. So like you got the frequency of this beacon in Logan's neck, right? Mm-hmm. This beacon bomb. You know that so that it's firing off. You're getting ready to do the surgery here, and you notice a complication as you're getting set up. That it's not just oxygenated, but it's temperature as well, which requires you to adjust some of your things here. So it doesn't mean that the roll's not possible. It just means that this is like you like, oh shit, well thank God I caught this now. But now you also realize that because the temperature has to be like a very consistent, constant human temperature, this is a very difficult surgery. Right. So what I'm saying is that the difficulty to this test, you have done nothing that commits him to the surgery yet. But to do this thing is going to be a very difficult test.
I could just
11. It's a difficulty 11.
Warm the gas inside so that it is at the same temperature as a human, and have temperature-proof gloves.
Oh, question. If I were to agitate the molecules in the room and cause the walls to kind of like chill and whatnot, would that then lower the temperature of the room?
Why do you want the temperature?
You don't want the room
lower?
You don't want it lower.
Oh, do I want it hotter?
Yeah, you want it hotter.
Human temperature.
Okay,
you want it to be 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. So I actually think I could help by using thermokinesis to raise the temperature.
Interesting.
You can also use thermokinesis to raise the roof.
But like, just kind of like heat the room up a little bit so it's kind of like that constant temperature.
I love the idea that Logan just goes and grabs the AC remote. It's just like beep, beep, beep.
But the AC has been like broken for like weeks.
You can't. Okay. It would be easier to localize the temperature than it would be to make this whole room 98.6 degrees constantly, right? It's easier to keep a smaller space at a temperature than a bigger space.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just need the gas in the chamber.
Well, what that would look like is, as long as you commit the power points, Akika would get a +1. Is basically what that would
I'm cool.
like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I'll commit the PowerPoints
Okay.
to the scene.
Yeah, so you have a +1 to the roll. That's your help.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So it's an 11. Removing the bomb from Logan's neck.
Logan. Oh wait, no, that's a 13.
No, that's good.
Damn.
That's good. Oof. That could have been. I want to know what the odds are of you dying. They're pretty
like
high.
on a daily basis. I would say on a pretty high. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Higher
Roll
than
for
usual.
confirmation.
No.
I'm
Boy.
like,
Um,
now listen to this soothing human music while I work. And I put on safety dance.
So is there so Logan, how do you feel when the surgery's over and Finiz has the sealed little capsule bomb
I just like
has basically saved your life and solved
seal
this
up
whole
your
problem?
neck, put like a nice little cute band-aid with flowers on your neck,
fuck yeah. Yeah,
give
okay.
you a lollipop.
I was like, so I stand up and I'm just like, so there's not a lot of people know this about we pink skins, as you've come to know me. We have this sacred ritual that we do whenever we show extreme thanks. I would like to do that with you now.
You want to bone her?
No.
Benny, please leave.
Okay.
It's like, I just go in, I give her a hug, and I was like, there we go.
I hold him close like a mother holding a child.
Like, do you pick me
And
up? It's just
gently
just
pet
slap
the back of his head.
It's like,
Benny, but
You are a very brave individual, and you did well.
Benny comes back in. We can dance if we want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go anywhere we want to.
Goodbye,
A
Benny.
place. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
I place Logan down and I hand him a lollipop and I pat him on the head.
I like you pick me up like a fucking off the ground, and I'm just like, yeah, well, this got awkward the moment we started doing this, but fuck it, I'll ride this one out if you are. Let's see where the night goes. 6 seconds of awkward hugging for you to take a bomb out of my neck. I'm okay with that.
Now, you expressed interest in keeping the bomb.
You said, no. If I could just keep it in like a little glass container and throw it at a dude.
Yes, I have it in a container right here.
It doesn't work that way. I mean, it's a small micro charge. It would be like it'd be like a firework, like exploding,
right? You know,
right?
Yeah.
The thing is that a firecracker exploding when it's inside of you is a lot worse than, you know what I mean?
So this is a very small explosive. So I suggest inserting it into someone's orifice first.
And then like, okay, maybe
Break
you keep
the
it
seal.
actually. Why don't you keep it?
Is this a bomb? Thank you.
I'm not
No,
about like
Benedict is
exploring too many orifices these days. So, yeah, I don't think I'd ever have an opportunity to, smuggle something like that into anywhere. So,
All you got to do is smuggle it through your butt.
yeah, it's not something I want to do.
Let us go hover bikes. Yes,
Let's get
go.
those hover bikes.
So
I have the.
Did we get?
I have an idea that we could actually use that bomb for. All right, ready. Okay, so we find out who is like the best racer.
And you
And we
insert
set-
the bomb into their gas tank.
Exactly. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
I thought we weren't going to do any butt-related jokes anymore.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
So, what is the guy's name that we're like attempting to join his team?
Zilt Blast Gibblefort.
I was gonna say,
What did you just call him?
Zilt Blast Gibblefort.
He is
no.
a space gnome.
Zilt Blast Gibblefort.
No, it's Illumine.
Illumine. Okay. Is he a rat as well?
Is he a what?
Space
A
rat.
rat.
A rat.
Hmm.
Oh, no. They're not actually.
Are they a space centipede?
I think it's what do you call them?
God damn.
Space centipede?
No. They are actually a small form of like a frog, like a poison dart frog, kind of like a grung.
Let's go.
How big?
How big?
That is a bread box.
What's a bread box? I know
About
what
the
a
size
bread
of a loaf of bread.
Yeah, it fits a loaf of bread. No, it's bigger than that. It's about it's like the size of like a Labrador
All right.
dog. So it's pretty small. They're pretty small people.
And they eat exclusively chocolate.
Yeah, Illumine is a Fusian.
Fusian.
Right.
Okay.
No, Wuzian.
Wuzian.
Woozian.
Yeah, Wuzian or Whoosian.
Hoovian.
Mm-hmm.
What, Vian?
Vegan.
A Witchian.
Oh, Witchian. I like it.
Thatian. Anyway, we're there.
Thespian.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna meet Whoosian. Whoosian works at a shop here. It's not his shop. It used to be his shop, but he had to sell it to actually the community. Unfortunately, how they sent it to the XCOM. The Zulab Committee for Welfare. Yeah, they basically recently bought his shop, but they're letting him work here and pay off his debts.
How
Right.
nice of them.
So yeah, you can find him crying inconsolably
So
in his office.
I assume we show up in full outfit that
Yes.
Yukthina's made for
Not-
us.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
dope biker gang outfit.
Yeah.
Ba, ma, 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 ma.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's get our priorities set up
Like
here.
this shot's extremely slow mo, starting from the floor up as it like pans up as you guys walk all like in stride. You know what I'm talking
All
about?
right, so hotshot pilot racer man is going to
Benny
be
Trips.
Sword, the avian. All right, you're the hotshot pilot.
Yeah.
You're the driver. We have Benedictus, the drug riddled like crew engineer.
Whoa.
The,
Why do I gotta be drug riddled? What do I do? Lines of meth?
But you don't
Yeah.
do lines of meth?
No.
Let's just say you do. It'll make things a lot easier to explain to people.
Can I like do lines of Pop Tarts?
Whatever you like.
There
Whatever you
aren't
like.
Pop
Sweet,
Tarts
sweet.
anymore.
So, Yukthina's, as a surgeon slash
That's why I'm going
ass
to
kicker,
withdrawals.
do you want to be the bodyguard, perhaps, of our pilot?
I designed a hover bike for us.
Ooh, you're the designer. All right.
Ooh.
And I put on like my mirror shades, the manager,
The agent.
the agent. I will be everyone's Ari Gold. How about that?
Are you my union? Are you my union rep?
I'm not your rep. I'm Sword's rep. I don't
So
represent you.
So we find this guy crying, right?
Yeah,
I offer him
because he basically
drugs.
lost everything.
I offer him drugs to help him with his crying.
To make him cry more or less.
Less.
Okay, good.
Do you like
So
Pop Tarts, sir?
first time you meet this person, he's going to be helping you, right? The first person you meet this inconsolable future team member, and the first thing you're like, do you want some drugs?
Would
Is that
you like
clear?
to turn off that sadness? You seem to be overwhelmed with negative emotions. I can
Yeah.
help you with that.
Illumin looks at you and goes, "No, my sadness is the only thing I have left."
Not anymore, friend, because we have some good news for you. We
I'm-
are a premier racing team led by our good friends here, Sword of Atagaris. You may speak more about this exciting opportunity with our team manager, Logan.
I was gonna say, I've seen this anime. Like, there's all of a sudden this huge, like, brilliant star background that's like panning, and there's like the PowerPoint slides of the team, and you see like the stars go by, and you're like, look at this amazing team that we're doing. Look at our manager.
It's also worth pointing out I'm constantly on my data pad writing text and stuff like that. So constantly.
Benny
Just constant.
holds
I have
up
this
like a
amazing-
sign that looks like dialogue choices from Mass Effect. Like he
I
holds
al-
it like right underneath Lumiere.
I even have this amazing hover bike design, and I unfurl it.
Hello,
And it's a very
greetings.
souped up hover bike that looks like two aliens that are 90% tentacles, but they're scissoring.
The fuck? Okay.
It's like an,
Wasn't expecting to go down there.
no, I
But
wasn't either. It's like an
Greetings
octopus
and-
fighting itself.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Benedictus Dole, the drug-addled engineer. I will be building that that amalgam of sex tentacles, sexticles.
It is very good branding.
Yeah, I'm the sex tentacle constructor. God.
I'm the sexticle contractor.
It is surprisingly aerodynamic.
You know what? I'm looking at her blueprints, and yeah, no, this shit can like slice through the air like butter.
So anyway, what was his name? Sorry?
Illumin?
Name.
Illumian. We have an offer for you. We would like for you to accept without too much hesitation because we're on a strict schedule. We're looking for a partner who knows the circuit. We would like to have our racer participate in said circuit, and to avoid all sorts of paperwork and misunderstandings, we want to use an existing underdeveloped personnel and basically base our racer off of that.
This doesn't really. Do you think this requires a role? I think the role is really just to get him out of his sadness thing, doing all of this, because it's not like he wouldn't agree because he doesn't have any other chance. But like, let's see how he responds to this. So let's see how convincing you all are as a group with your presentation here.
Okay.
Does this mean we're all helping?
If you want to. Ostensibly, one person's making the role on behalf of the group.
I am helping with talk charisma.
Hell yeah.
I'm helping him with a doob.
Nothing.
Excuse
Holy
me, sir.
shit. I helped the shit out of this.
You actually do help. I was going to say the difficulty's an 8, so.
Well, shit. All right. We crushed it.
I am surprisingly comforting.
Kika, like, this game doesn't have an MVP award, but you would certainly have been getting it tonight.
Yeah. So what type
you're
of...
doing everything.
Yeah. So...
You're the opposite of Zippy.
I'm very proactive.
Well, fine. I'm just going to go down here then. Bye.
Sorry. Oh, God. All right. Yeah. So Illumine's like, this is a trick. This has to be a trick.
No, sir, it is not. It is not a trick. We are simply the best deal you'll ever get.
We're the only deal you're going to get.
What did
You
I
suck.
do? But why me though? What is it?
Because we think you're cute.
And you're just a shitty enough driver that you possibly can make it big and make a good, nice underdog story.
Don't listen to him. He's very rude.
And drug-riddled.
Yes. Look at me. I shake with the withdrawals.
We just want to help another. We are just good, kind citizens wanting to help an individual who is down on their luck.
Nobody helps anyone here anymore.
We say
you're all saints.
Scary biker outfits.
Yeah. I know these intimidating punk metal biker outfits.
And
I
their
don't-
sex
I don't-
bike.
I don't understand this, but it's better than the alternate. All right. Well, then, we don't have a lot of time. We need to start working on building this bike. If we're going to race.
Yeah, I jump up in the air and then I freeze frame.
Yeah. I think we probably will end on everyone jumping in the air freeze framing. This game is
Don't
ridiculous.
you forget about me.
I love the idea that Eric Vulgaris came to us with this idea of a world and a universe that was on the serious side. And I've never played a game.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I've never played a game of Stars Without Number where it didn't turn into this.
Into fucking space anime.
I've never played a game. I've played a lot of Stars Without Number, but it always turns to this. It always does.
What
Like-
did you expect, though?
I don't know.
What do you mean by this?
I mean, like, we're getting, bombs put into our neck so that we can find a dude to build a tentacle motorbike with.
I was trying to stay on. I was trying to stay on brand
Classic.
for the crazy underground racing street punk thing.
Thunderground? Oh, the Thunderground is definitely the fucking name of it. Fuck.
Underground, yeah.
The Thunderground. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Thunderground premieres with the tentacle hentai bike driven by Lumiere, built by the drug-addled goblin.
Actually, Sorda's going to be driving it, so.
Oh, shit. Fuck, now I got to rewrite all that shit.
Hotshot driver.
Hotshot driver.
Oh,
I have better-
we should probably use our biker names.
Oh, let's call him, I don't know, AT2020?
So, yeah, let's,
Lunge.
Jesus Christ. Let's wrap this up and do some shout-outs and stuff, because Davey's got to get some sleepy sleep. Let's start with Derek, aka Elvin Tower. Where can people find you, my man?
People can find my stuff on patreon.com/ElvinTower. I do indie cartography and adventures. And I just released my new Ever an Adventure on DM's Guild. Go check that out.
Have you ever thought about doing cyberpunk stuff? Like bars and shit like that?
Like every time you mention cyberpunk, is that the one where you start doing equations, or is that I can't remember.
It is it's not so much equations, but like there is some math to it. So.
Man, I have never thought about doing it. Well, actually, the thing is, I have never played either of those games. Maybe if I've played those, I would be more inclined to do stuff for them.
Mm-hmm. All you need to know is that there is a Bible. It is very big, and it literally describes absolutely everything there is to do in this adult Disneyland Vegas-style city. Like you want to rob a taxi company? Cool. Here's everyone that is an employee of this taxi company.
Oh man, it goes so.
It's deep. It's stupid deep. Yeah. And there's a gang that is literally just cybernetically enhanced clowns. So
Clowns.
Yep. Speaking about clowns, let's go on over to Zippy. Zippy, where can people find you?
Hello. You can find Zippy over on his Twitch channel, Zippy_Zippo. My name's Grubby. I kind of pop on here now and then to do like Banner Saga and Magic the Gathering and whatnot. But Zippy does a lot of variety streaming. I know he's going to do a lot of Battle for Azeroth progression starting tomorrow.
I don't like the puppet. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the puppet, man. I don't like it.
I really liked it.
I don't like it. No, I'm sorry. I don't like it. Okay. Kika, where can people find you? Here we go.
Hey, you can find me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KKK, and on Twitter at twitter.com/KQVO. I'm also on the Greyhawk channel 3 times a week, Monday, Thursday, Friday. Check it out.
8 seconds. I got. That's good. Not the fastest, but we'll speed it up. We'll speed it up. Next week we're gonna get under 6 seconds for the outro. Don't worry about that.
I can do that easy.
Oh shit. Okay. And last but not least, we have our Space Master for the session, the Sandwich Master himself, the man of many RPGs of the tabletop variety, Mr. Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm Eric. You find me all over the place at Eric Vulgaris everywhere.
Everywhere.
Hit me up on Twitter. Tell me about your favorite games. Follow me there. Talk to me about there. That's the best place to find me.
You've been killing it on Twitter lately, man. You really have.
Thanks, man.
See, I look at Twitter, I'm just like, I could say something, but no one would care. So I just don't
post.
Like
that's what I do.
What do you post?
I just D&D shit post.
Yeah, D&D shit posting is an integral part to growing your channel or growing your brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knowing how to properly shit post on Twitter is the trick.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode of Solar Ascendancy. If you like what you saw, all the archives can be found over on our YouTube channel. Speaking about Die Party, tomorrow we have the second episode of Cyberpunk 2020. Some of the rules are going to change, mostly because like playing that game verbatim is like not designed for a 4-hour session. So we are going to change some of the rules simply because when you're doing a gunfight over the space of 300 meters and in a turn a person can only move maybe 12 meters and the maximum distance they can fire their gun is 50 meters when people are outside 400 meters of each other, it gets real fucking grindy like super quick. So we're going to change a couple of those rules, but that's it. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for more of that. And Noose should be on this week as well, which is our Deadlands Reloaded game on Tuesday. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We out. Have a good one. Bye-bye. And remember, just because it's a deep, dank hole doesn't mean you have to explore. Good night.